Live, boys.
Welcome to Red and Black TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
Minute silence.
What a weekend. What a weekend. I'm going to say it was probably the busiest weekend. And then for the fallout from Saturday night, or I'll say 5 minutes in, turned into a fucking nightmare, bro. But I will say this. Well done, Sydney, bro.
Yep.
They played their cards to a fucking T. They fucking ran us off the fucking park, made us look like idiots, which now I understand how they felt last season when we done this to them.
Yeah.
But I think this one's a more kick in the balls to us, bro.
But fully deserved.
Fully deserved win. All 3 points go to them.
Yep.
It is what it is. They fucking...
Until the next one.
Well, until the next one. But yeah, for now, we gotta fucking take that. Credit to him, you gotta take it on the fucking chin. You gotta take all those blue love hearts in there, mate.
Yeah, I'm not blocking nothing.
Jeez, they don't block none of them. Let them have it.
No, let them have it,
Just deserve it.
Let them have it.
Fucking hell.
Let them have it.
Because we do the same. Yeah, you can't be, baby in there.
For me, we got fucked by 3 different groups on the Saturday night. The first group we got fucked by was the New South Wales Police.
Yep.
The second group was Sydney FC.
Yep.
And the third group was our own fucking players that fucked us up.
There was a fourth group too. But
Who was the fourth group?
the NES security.
Yeah,
You're right.
We'll get to that. But the most painful out of those 3 was our own group, our own playing group, right? I felt just as abused and harassed by them as we were by the police, bro. Right? One was more physical and one just tore my fucking heart out, bro. Just tore my soul out, bro. Right? Because we know, no one realizes what goes on behind the scenes, Banana. All right, Kev? In terms of preparing for a derby and the effort that our fans go through. And I'm sure, Banana, you'll get into it. I think our fans deserve what went into creating probably the longest message banner this league's ever seen. Right? 220 meters long. Right? That's not an overnight thing, bro. You can't make that overnight. And to have a group of committed fans to be on their fucking knees, painting away, right? To create that 1%, just the 1% extra motivation for those players when they walk out, and to be down 2-0 within 6 minutes was that's the real kick in the balls, Banana. Yeah, that's the real kick in the balls, bro.
Tell me about it, brother.
Yeah, to concede on our second chant, bro. Yeah, to concede that we couldn't even get the second chant going, bro, and we conceded. We got to our third chant and we copped a second, bro. Yeah, that's the real kick in the balls. And my question is, when is it gonna fucking end, bro?
I'm not disappointed that we lost. They beat us fair and square. They beat us. They were all fucking over us, bro.
No excuses.
I'm just disappointed in the way our players fucking performed. And like you said before, how much effort it took to get this thing over the line in the short space of time. I can say pretty much it was done in 4 days. But when I say 4 days, it wasn't done in 4 days. It was done in 4 hours a day. So that's
collectively
over the 4 days, it wasn't done long.
Yeah.
It didn't take. We didn't have much hours to do. You say it was a really. So that's what really the performance kicked me in the balls, plus all the effort everyone else put in to get that over the line.
Bro, we didn't see our families for 5 days, Banana.
5 days,
Honestly,
I barely
straight
saw
up.
my kids, barely saw my
I didn't
newborn.
spend time with my missus for 5 days since Monday.
It's straight divorce for you.
Honestly, like fuck, bro. It's honestly, I'm Adam, bro. If you keep spending on drop it, I'm just gonna block it. Yeah, so just settle down. It's honestly, it's deflating. Like, so much effort goes into it, so much process goes into it, so much stress to make this Tifo work, and the players do that. I didn't even get to step into the RBB for the derby. Like, I didn't. We're at the stadium doing the Tifo, and then obviously what we're going to get into went down.
Yeah, I came back.
But before I even left, before I even got to the corner of the RBB coming back, We're 2-0 down. Like, what? I don't understand.
Like,
bro.
what preparation
I don't,
did we
bro.
have? Like, what was done? Forget during the week, but what was said the hour before the kickoff, bro, for us to come out that flat?
Maybe I'm even having a smoke. I never smoked.
Have a smoke. Like, I've come on here, right, and I've keep bringing up the fact that I believe Rudin is a man manager, right? But eventually that's going to die out. Yeah, the influence that your talks have, the motivation talks, is going to die out. We've seen on Saturday night that fucking died out, right? And people kept moaning about Rudin, give him time and shit. I say shut the fuck up already about Rudin. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with Rudin, bro. And if you want to support him. But tonight, I tell you to shut the fuck up and listen to what I've been saying for the last fucking 6 months, right? Yeah. I'm going to speak on my behalf here. Yeah? Rudin's not the man for the job. Yeah. He was given a 3-year contract without 0 achievements, all right? You don't throw 3 years at somebody that hasn't achieved anything, bro. What, a finals appearance? What, making the top 6? Is that what you need to do to get a 3-year contract these days? Yeah. I reckon there's fans out there that don't know much about football that could do a fucking better job than he can. Like, what's he doing? What's he thinking? I just want to know. What's processing through his mind during that game? Yeah? It's embarrassing. All right? You don't need to be a genius to know we're in shambles, bro. Yeah? It's diabolical. Okay? And I've had enough. I've had enough where I've tried to give the coaching staff and the players as much time as they need to kind of ramp up during this part of the season, but it's not working, bro. And I want change. And if I need to come out each week and say fucking Rudin out, then so be it, bro. Yeah. And if someone wants to come in and support Rudin, I respect your opinion, but my opinion is fuck Rudin right now. Rudin out. It's not working. The contract should have never been given till the end of the season, right? You wait till the end of the season. You assess how the team went, results. Okay, and then you make a decision based off your season. You don't make a decision 6 rounds into a season, brother. That's unheard of. Why? Because there was rumors that the Asian clubs were interested. So it was all panic station. Let's throw a 3-year contract because he might end up in Asia. Yeah. How do we know those rumors didn't start from his own fucking management?
Boys, I've sat here. I've tried to defend Rudin. I can't, bro. I can't.
Boys,
man. You're right.
What was that?
Just so everyone knows, this is not a we all think the same. I'm still highly for Rudin. Yeah. I was going to say I respect your opinion.
Everyone's got their opinion, and I'm sure you're pro Rudin
because I've had a lot of similar discussions online with a lot of people that think the same way. Right? I'm totally with that. I've just seen, I don't know. I've compared some of the stuff that he's done. I can't defend the whole 3-year extension, okay? Like, I can't defend it. I simply can't defend it. But I don't know. There's part of me where, in my limited ability as a football coach, there's some things that have happened this season that are out of his control. And I'm not talking about the establishment. I'm talking about
players,
the way players have behaved, what challenges they've made, and combinations that we've had to force in that lineup. I just think there's some stuff, and to think about the fact that we're still, only because Brisbane won yesterday, but we're still 3 points clear in the top half. And I know that's not an excuse to give to say that he's doing well, but it's just there's a lot of if I had an opportunity to put a list together.
How long do you give him? How long do you give him before you say it's not working, bro? Another
end
year?
of the season, bro.
I think there's a couple of parts to the conversation, which is what happens if you get rid of him. What's the next plan? If there's a plan from the club to go, okay, let's say you give him to the end of the year and he doesn't quite hit, say, top 4, whatever. Let's just say top 4 is a conversation.
Let's go. He doesn't make the top 6. We don't see finals.
He doesn't see finals. What is the club? Have the club prepared for what is next?
If he doesn't make finals, bro, he's gone. John Q said, stop sugarcoating these players' performance. The amount of bang average players in our starting lineup is embarrassing for a supposedly big club.
Oh, we're going to get to that, bro. We're
going to get to that. We're still starting here.
Mate, Rudin, if he doesn't make top 6 for me, he's done. Honestly, no buts, bro.
If we were to really go through the lineup at some point, there's only, I think, is Marcelo the only player that's played every minute of every game? And Clisby?
Yeah, but Kev, every team has their red cards, their issues, their injuries, their suspensions.
But we've had a lot, man. We've had a lot.
I don't care.
We've had a lot.
I agree with you, Kev. I agree.
I can't blame Rudin wholeheartedly. I can to an extent, but mate, you look at that lineup he put out and forced a little bit because of injury and whatever. But Kittle, who was it that started? Kittle, Hendricks.
Yep.
And who
Back line
started?
picks itself, bro.
Who started next to him?
Battleado was up front.
Okay, so
Barello,
you've got two players with
Brooke.
you've got two players with European experience. We're not talking about a season.
They haven't played together. And
Okay,
to
whose
start
fault is
in
that,
the
Kev?
derby- Yeah, no.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is it to bring an import 11 rounds till the end of the season, not letting him play for the last 3 weeks?
But it's a matter of circumstance, Boz.
So where's Kittle been for the last 2-3 weeks, bro?
He's come off the bench.
Okay, why not get him in there early and prepare
There's
him?
players that are in better form than him.
Then why didn't they play on Saturday night?
But because, Brilante's injured. Priestman's falling out of form now. Battleado started. We got to remember, I have not seen, or I can't remember, and you guys would know, you can prove me wrong, but I have not seen a Wanderers manager who has created youth into household names better than Rudin in the last 10 years.
You know what I
A
see,
Wanderers
Kev?
manager. There's he's
okay,
created Simmons,
Okay, great.
Battleado,
Yep.
Bonatig, Callum last year, Priestman.
What does that translate to, Kev? I don't care if you produce 20 superstars, bro, from our youth system. If that does not translate to success on the field,
But
it
maybe
means
it's
shit.
not this year.
It's like Kev. But Kev, we need it. We need it this year. We need it ASAP, bro.
Well,
Yeah, it's like building an
Maybe
academy.
that's why it's a 3-year plan. Maybe
like-
that's why it's a 3-year
It's like
contract.
JT, yeah? We've got the academy. We've built world-class facilities. Great.
but now we've got
fantastic.
A-League players.
Yeah, fantastic. But what does that translate to? Where's the success, bro?
Yeah, but maybe it's not this year. Like last year, the
So
success
how long do we have
was-
to wait, Kev?
Well, maybe it's 3 years. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe that's
fuck
the.
it, bro.
Bro, I
Kev,
just want to
Hang
say
on, bro.
3
Hang
years
on.
for success,
bro.
bro. I'm not hanging around for that, bro.
I'm pretty sure everyone said last season was probably one of the best teams we've ever put together, bro, and we fucking failed with that, bro.
Yeah.
But the
This
players,
year's-
the
it's-
players failed that in the derby in the last round.
Yeah.
That game against was it City? The last round against City that forced us to play FC in the derby in the first week of the finals. We're winning 1-0 against Sydney FC in the derby, and we had Traore at left back who fucked us 2 times. So how do you put that down to Rudin?
I want to say a couple of things, Kev. First thing, when I was doing the tiff on the side, I was speaking to some bloke, just a guy aside, and he actually said, I think he's from England or somewhere, and he goes, he comes here and he's got mates that don't want to come to games because they say it's not the level of the championship, blah, 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 blah. This guy said, you know what? He goes, I get so much joy from seeing the youngsters come through and going to Europe. Yeah, so I get what you're saying there. However, I get what Boz is saying, and I think the feeling is that for the last couple of seasons, we've been dog shit. Rudin's improved that shitness, but it's still shit. We were here, we're now here, we should be up here.
Yeah.
And Rudin he's improved compared to last seasons, but he's not where he should be.
Malta,
and at what time does Rudin get
I will trade
questioned,
a
bro?
whole youth system for experienced players and a title.
100%.
I'll trade it
100%.
tomorrow.
But that's what we had last
But
season.
I'm just saying, look. We sat here when Rudin was here, and we know, constraints around signing players.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that we've got one left back drives me nuts,
Oh,
and it's
100%.
Jack Clisby. Look, he has good games and he has bad games,
Hey.
but we've got no other options.
Shakluna came on, bro, and done a fucking outstanding job
He
when
played.
he came
Didn't
on,
he play
bro.
at right back?
Left back.
I just...
Left back. He was on my side where I was standing.
I thought he was playing at right
I'm
back.
not Rudin out based on this game. I'm still, if we don't make top 6, sorry Rudin, I love the way you talk, but you got to go, bro.
I'm rooting out based on last year being a building block and thinking that that's going to catapult us into a top 2-3 team this year.
We should be.
And we've gone backwards.
But he lost also 9 or 10 players in off season.
Okay, so
Leuni, Schneiderlin, Yengi, Callum Neuenhoff, these are all influential players for us.
Okay, so
Think of Ninkovic, he's really not featured this year. Like, look, I'm not trying to create excuses. I'm just looking at it as a holistic picture.
okay, my question, Kev.
Yeah.
Okay, come end of the season, no success again. Next year, we lose another 6 players. We're gonna say the same excuse every year because it's looking like a vicious cycle right now.
Yeah. But you know what?
So when are we gonna say it and there's no more excuses?
It's unfortunate. But, bro, we're just that club.
We're just that club.
We're just that club.
So fuck, I hate that, bro.
We're just that club.
You can't be just that club,
Bro,
bro.
we've had it for 12 years now, or 11 years now.
So you're going to accept mediocre?
I'm not accepting mediocre. I'm
Mediocre,
trying to say if there's no plan, like if there's no, like unless the club, and I don't know what's happening inside the club, right? But unless the club know 100% what the future is going to look like in terms of who they're going to bring in next. Because like, for example, we got JP as a assistant, right?
Yeah.
If JP's the succession plan, we're fucked already. Because I don't think he's a head coach. But if there's a plan, or if there's some, I don't know. I don't even know where you go from here.
It's like
You can't just change for the sake of change. Some guy on Facebook goes, "Oh, it should be if you don't make finals, you're out." In that case, we would have had 10 managers in the last 10 seasons. Like, how do you get some sort of stability? You gotta sacrifice a little bit to move forward.
I get it, right, Kev? But all right, we speak about the youth coming through, right? We signed Neuenhoff, we signed Yengi, right? 2 young players. Okay, they do great.
Yeah,
and then we ship them out, or
Yeah.
it's because we haven't tied them down for 2-3 years, right?
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, what's the reward out of producing youth from our academy and then losing them a year or 2 years
money
later?
in the cap.
Money. Okay, what are we doing with that cap? We're bringing
in
Hendricks.
Antonsen.
Okay, so it hasn't
a
worked.
failed experiment.
It's a failed experiment.
Yeah.
So we're bringing the youth. We make profits out of it. We invest in dead investments.
Look
we
at
don't see a
Central Coast.
return. So we're going around in like a washing machine, bro, in this vicious cycle. When are we going to see a reward?
But it's only one window. It only happened in one window.
John
Callum
raised a good
Neuenhoff
point.
and Yengi is only one window.
Are we hyping our academy too much? He goes, an academy that produced no one so far and having to steal Sydney FC's youth. Have we, like, who I can't remember his name, the guy who was sending me to went to Europe, but we took him from Sydney. Who have we actually produced from the
Neuenhoff.
academy? Yeah,
No,
who have we actually produced? Bro?
I'm just thinking of it from a cap perspective, right?
Yeah.
You got
Simmons?
young players that don't cost
Simmons,
much.
but we haven't sold him
Simmons.
off. We haven't made profit yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm looking at it from a
Backus
cap
maybe?
perspective.
Yeah.
Whatever you were paying Callum last year, and Simmons and Battleado and Priestman and all these guys opens up room in the cap to have your Marcelos, bring in your other players, right? And give Barella a 3-year extension. So it's a balancing act. You can't get it 100% right all the time. Antonsen failed.
Yep.
Hendricks, since he got injured, not even suspended, since he got injured, hasn't been the same player since he got back. Brillante, I think old legs.
Yep.
Right. Not the right signing. One left back in Clisby. Like they're constraints. They're constraints of a cap.
Can I ask you a question though? You work for a company. You're given funds.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't use those funds in a responsible way, you're going to be sat down and say, "What's going on here?" Okay. So
But-
if Ruden's not liable for the performances on the field, who's liable for bringing in these failed experiments, bro? Someone's got to put their hand up and say we fucked up here.
The failed one is who? The failed one is
Antonsen.
Antonsen. Okay, that's one player out of
Brillante,
his.
bro. Yeah, should have never came in, brother.
But I think that's a matter of you needed somebody like that. It just didn't work out.
Yeah. How can you rely on Clisby? One left back for the whole season.
Yeah, but that's
So the planning hasn't been
that day
done.
when he was here. That's all we could get.
Why?
What do you mean why? Tell me what other left back is out there right now. You're gonna go and get.
Robert Victory went and signed. Who they signed last night?
Rolly Bonavazia.
Bonavati, there's players
not a
out
left
there.
back.
He's not
I'm
a
just
left
saying.
back,
No,
but
I'm
just
saying
saying
if you
players.
want to go find players, they're out there, bro. You can't do scores in his first game.
Rolly wouldn't come back. Rolly was part of that era where a lot of people have put the West Sydney Wanderers when JT was in charge. They've blacklisted us. They won't come back. Rolly Bonavazia is in that when that whole JT thing was happening.
I'm not saying we
player
bring
backlash.
Bonavazia, but what I'm saying is clubs have shown that when they're desperate to find players in certain positions, right, they go out and they find them. Yeah. You can't tell me there's no left back out there in the domestic or international market that
we
could
can
have done
afford.
that we could have afforded that does a better job than Clisby.
And that wants
He's
to come
probably
to
on
Australia.
He's probably on minimum wages, bro.
Yeah, I know,
Clisby.
but it's not a fact. It's not a. Sorry, we're not hiding that fact. I'm just saying right now. Tell me a left back that we're going to go sign tomorrow.
Brother, that's not my job.
But I'm
If
just
someone came
but
up
right
to-
now, if I said tell me a striker or tell me a midfielder, you could name a few. At
If
least
you
you
gave
could
me
name a few.
24 hours, I'd come with a list of 10 names for you, bro.
Well, fuck.
If I get paid $100,000 to create scouting reports, give me a week and I'd come up with 10 names. I
That
wouldn't come
want
up
to come. That want to come to the club.
But I wouldn't come up to you, Kev, and say, unfortunately, Kev, there's nothing else, so you're stuck with Clisby for the next 12 months.
Okay,
I
but are
wouldn't
we-
put the club in that position.
But are we saying that? Okay, so we're saying that hasn't been done. We're
I don't
saying
believe
that
it has.
Nah,
I don't believe it has.
nah, come on. Nah.
You're telling me they've explored every possibility to sign a second left back, and there's nothing else.
I think they've explored the what is available. What is available? You got to remember, there's players that are in contracts. There's players that require transfer fees. There are players that have to actually come here and live in Western Sydney and watch that shit every week, and then go, yeah, I want to go play for that team for $200,000 a season.
And boys, unfortunately, we're supporting a club, that shouldn't have any expectations, bro.
Who's the best left back in the league? Tell me.
It was, I would have said Melbourne Cities for the last 2 seasons, but they
Who?
lost both of them.
Beach.
Beach went, and
So
the one
he's
before
gone?
that, the one that went to Holland.
But tell me, who is the best left back in the league right now?
Who is it? Who would you say?
Fucked if I know.
See, but that's my point. My point is we can't even tell you but you could tell me right now who's the best striker in the league. Or you could give me at least one of 3 names.
I would even say Fonaroli's the best striker in the
I'd
league.
probably say
Okay.
Fonaroli.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're looking at, like, we're just picking on left back for now.
Yep.
But that's an example. There's not, like, you don't have those household names where you could just go and you know you can fill that spot. It's a difficult task. And I'm not saying it's impossible. It can be done. It can be done. I'm not saying,
Look,
boss.
Mariners are bringing in players we have never heard of, yeah?
Yeah.
And then this is the beauty about the Mariners recruitment, right? It's I look at the Mariners squad and the imports they've brought in. Brazilians, excellent, right? They're playing excellent. I look at the age. I'm expecting to see 32, 33, and they're between 23 and 26. Right, anyone can go to the Central Coast roster and look at all the imports they have. It's between the ages of 23 and 26. Yep. So they're obviously targeting the right market out there on the international stage to bring in these players
Because their cap is
on the
different.
cheap. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you do
They're
your
not bringing
homework
them on the cheap. They're bringing them on the money. The rest of the squad's on the cheap.
on the cheap, right? But I don't believe those players are costing as much as the Antonsons, bro. I don't. right?
Probably not.
So what I'm saying is, the whatever Mariners are doing out there with their scouting and their recruitment, I believe if they were given the funds that the Wanderers have at the moment, they'd do a better job than we are at the moment. So my criticism is towards the people that are bringing these players to the Wanderers, right? Antonson was meant to be a superstar, bro, right? When Borrello was free, we had an opportunity to sign Borrello when he was leaving Perth, right? Pop was a smart man, jumped on that opportunity straight away.
Which
right?
one?
Fornaroli, Bruno,
yeah.
jumped on that opportunity straight away. He was available, bro. Yeah, okay. And there's been players along the way where we could have signed. Who else?
But that
was
wasn't Rudin. That wasn't Rudin's era.
I'm just saying. I'm saying the club.
Yeah,
Whoever's looking after recruitment.
Yeah.
I'm not nailing down a Rudin now.
Sure it wasn't? Pretty sure it was.
No, not to. Well, no, when he went to Perth.
When he went...
No, when he went to Perth.
No, not to Perth. I mean, after Perth, he said.
After Perth.
When he left Perth, he
And then
talking about.
It would
Wellington.
have been early days, I reckon.
Wellington,
How long's
Ufuk
it been?
left last year. Yeah,
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
players there that we could have brought in, right? So I feel like we've missed opportunities.
But at the same timeline, because I'll tell you now, if Ufuk Talay was gone before we had signed Rudin, we would have ended up with Ufuk Talay.
You reckon?
Oof, no. Stop.
believe that, bro.
Stop.
I don't believe that.
We brought in Rudin halfway through when we kicked Robinson
season
out.
before last, yeah.
Robinson out. When we kicked Robinson
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
we kicked him out. Halfway through the season, we bring in Rudin. Yeah? For the half mark of the season, we bring in Rudin. Ufuk Talay was on his last year with Wellington. Yep. I'm pretty sure he was on his
No,
last
he was
year.
there last year.
Huh?
Wasn't he there last year?
No, he wasn't. Was he?
Yeah.
I don't think so, he was.
Italiano just came in now.
Okay.
I don't think he was.
This is Italiano's first year in charge.
Yeah, now.
But was Ufuk Talay available in the preseason before we offered Rudin a 3-year contract?
Before the extension, yeah.
Okay. So could we have sacked Rudin with 6 months left
but
on his
why?
contract?
He did, look, he pulled us out of finals exile and got us there.
Kev, I agree with you. I think you're getting bogged down here. I agree that Rudin based on last season has some merit. But if we don't see progression this year, for me, that's a sign that sorry, like I appreciate you, Rudin, but you got to go, mate, because the squad we have this season, simply we should be top 4, bro. And if I agree, last season was great. Like, I'm not saying Rudin out right now. I want to see him then in the season. But if I don't see progress, sorry, bruv, you got to go, man. And look how close it is. The poll, bro, 51% want Rudin out, 49 don't.
He's lost the fans.
But it's close, boss. It's not like 92, whatever. It's close. It's close. It's literally 1%.
If half your if half your fan base want Rudin out, you've lost the fans for me, bro.
It's a big statement.
If it's 20%, I'd say that's fine. You're always gonna have disgruntled fans, but for half your fans who want him out, you've lost it.
Go in the chat now. Tell me who you're going to replace him with.
Now,
go. Yeah, honestly, say that. If people want, go.
Kisnorbo was
Kisnorbo will not be able to coach an all-age eights men's side to a title. I'm telling you, bro. He had all the money in the world, all the stars in the world to go and do what he did. He can't do it. It's like going to Pep Guardiola and saying, take Luton and win the Premier League. You can't do it, bro. It can't be done.
We're not saying that.
We're not the... Bro, we've got money.
Come on, bro. We can't buy a left back.
Okay, but look at our front third, bro. You've got Borello, Socceroos player, Anderson, who's had the European experience, $1.5 million, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
You've
got Milanovic. Listen.
Milanovic won't be on big money.
If you were to bring in Kisnorbo, I guarantee you'll be playing better football than we've been playing this whole fucking season and last season.
No, you're not changing the squad. You're not changing the squad. It's the same squad.
But he'll do better with this.
I doubt it.
What do you mean he wouldn't?
I doubt it.
He will do better with this squad than Rudin has done, bro.
No.
All right. No. My question for Kev.
He inherited a squad. He inherited a squad that knew how to play. And no way, Stage is at Perth. You're not getting Stage.
Kev, can I ask you a question though, right? I get your logic.
Yeah.
Yes, you're saying
we're gonna go to shit. You know that if he walks out, and we're not prepared to bring in the next guy,
I get that.
We go to shit.
So you're saying the preparation needs to be done before we make a move. I
100%.
So you're saying you wouldn't be excited if Snowback walked through the door?
Bro, I'll be like, all right, get 18 months from now, we'll start exiting.
You don't reckon he'll change anything? You don't reckon he'll bring?
I hope he comes and proves me wrong.
He's tactical better than fucking Rudin by a mile.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at with you.
Not with the players that we've got.
Kev, answer this, right?
Obviously, he'll change it. Obviously, he'll change it up. You're not fucking stuck with all of them.
Yeah, Kev, I want to ask you this, right? Rudin, let's stay for the short term. You're saying give him the opportunity is great.
Yeah.
Are you seeing enough from him in tactically? Forget the playing roster. Forget your starting 11. All right. Are you seeing things tactically?
This is
out
how I'm
there?
going to answer it.
Yeah.
I like the way we play.
You like it?
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
really?
We're
really fucked.
I like it if we have a striker that can finish. I like it.
Fuck me.
I like it.
So we would have lost 4-2 on the weekend.
No.
So we would have had a striker
Right,
banging
okay.
2 goals and copped 4.
But the copying for so let's go through the goals, right?
Yep.
The first one, it was.
Are we going? Well, 1 sec. Malta, are we going into the game or is there other
Because
things?
you want to talk about the back line, right? You want to talk about the back line.
Let's just go through these guys.
1 second before I was going to do a shout out to
let's
go to shout out to John. He said the club structure itself is an issue, along with the coach. Looking from the outside, looks like we have no sports scientists, no nutritionists, no scouting system. 20 games in and we're still not fit.
He goes, I wanted medical reports, and he couldn't get them.
We think we're signing from.
He did on Terry.
Remember?
He did on Terry.
Yeah. Where other standards have fallen with his fan base, we think all the signings from Europe are adaptable, players struggling, can make a good YouTube package and get Wanderers contract Rudin out. These are all comments.
Kev,
some half people agree with you, half people disagree with you.
just quickly,
Thanks.
Kev, if you bumped into, let's say Brooks at the shopping mall
I'd ask him for
midweek,
his shirt, yeah.
you asked him for his shirt. Besides, if you said to him, Brooks, what's going on? He said, mate, between us,
Yeah.
Roots has lost the dressing room.
Then you got to go.
So how do we know he hasn't lost the dressing room? Because that performance doesn't look like a team that wants to play for their manager.
Look, I'll speak from let me speak as a manager or a coach, right?
Yeah.
If I've lost the dressing room,
don't feel like I'm targeting you.
no.
It's
a discussion.
I love debating.
I'm the pro Rudin.
You're the pro Rudin, and we're looking like we're anti Rudin.
Banana looks like he wants to fall asleep, but it's all right.
No, I'm about to bang my head on his microphone.
We'll keep it.
Because you said you like the way we play.
Mate, honestly, it is the best we've played in the last 10 years.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, there is actually a pattern of play. You can actually see
Where,
it.
bro? Where did you see that pattern of play?
What
on
do
the
you
weekend?
mean?
I ain't seen that pattern of play.
Oh, no, weekend it was a shamozzle.
Well,
Weekend it was
I've
a
got to wait
shamozzle.
every 3 games to see a pattern of play when we pull a win.
Dude, okay, but if the players can't execute it, there's got to be some sort of repercussion, or there's got to be some sort of standard held on the players. You can't just go, oh, because the standard of play wasn't there on the weekend, Rudin, you're out. It can't be like
Just
that.
answer me this one.
Otherwise we'll have a coach a week.
Answer me. What's the go we're playing with the ball at the back, bro? Are we Barcelona? Do we
Well,
have the
maybe-
players to do that?
Well,
Do we need to do that?
maybe we're trying to be. Maybe we're
Because
trying to.
from what Sydney FC were doing with us,
They
pretty
pressed
mu-
us like shit.
No,
Like, that was.
they didn't even really have to press us, bro. We were just so stupid at the back with the ball that we lost it every single time.
The third goal.
Everyone goes. Someone said we had all the possession. You know why we had possession? Because we had nothing. Because we couldn't do fuck all with it. And you know what the best thing was? Whenever Redmayne got the ball, he would gladly blue it up the field for us to play in front of our goal, so they can just pounce on us and get the ball.
Yeah, to
Now,
take
I don't
the-
know if
to
you're
take
happy
the
with
ball
that,
back.
because I'm not fucking happy with that at all.
I'm
bro.
not happy with Saturday at all.
I'm not happy with.
There's nothing about
I've
Saturday
said it
I'm happy
before,
with.
I've said it many times before. This guy does not have a plan B, bro.
That's what someone said. Because Norbo would have plan B and plan C. That's a comment.
But coming back to what I said, so you've spoken.
Because Norbo did it with McLaren, Lecky, and Tilio, and then inherited Naboo. We've got Milanovic, who's finally hit a first senior year, like proper first
Barella
senior
and
year.
Antonsen.
Brooke, who's just come back.
Yeah.
Barella, who's come back from injury. Yeah, and Antonsen, who's out of form.
Kev-
So tell me...
Kev, we're not in round 2, brother.
You should say explosion.
Huh?
We're not in round 2. You can't say Brooks that just came back.
No, but
He's had
hang on, 'cause
3/4 of
Norbo
the season.
inherited a squad that knew how to play together.
I don't know what the fireworks
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this isn't round 2. You'd hope that your team knows how to play together with 8 rounds to go. Right?
But
You can't-
how long? When did Barella come back? 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
he's been there for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, but he
Last
came
4
back
weeks.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
He
but
got
Brooks been there all year. Anderson's
in
been
and
there
out
all
because
year.
he went on Ollie
You're
Roos.
going back because I'll go back with you with Kisnobo. When Kisnobo entered, was City playing before he entered the club?
Yeah.
Was City playing all that flash football?
Were they not? Were they not one of the top 2 sides for the last 5-6 years?
That was because of him. That was when he was at the club.
No.
That was when he was at the club.
He was at the club. He was not at the helm.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
But he
I'm
inherited.
saying, yeah,
what did
but
Rudin
he
inherit,
had a
and what
whole
did he inherit?
But he had a whole completely different play style, bro.
Did he inherit? What did he inherit, and what did Rudin
Yeah,
inherit?
he inherited shit.
He inherited
But I said
a head start.
I've said before many times.
Yeah.
That I don't give a fuck what kind. If you're a real good manager, you'll be able to show the people that you can do something at least with the shit players. I'm not saying you're gonna win the league with the shit players, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you can show me something with the shit players you can do, then I'm gonna say, okay, what can this guy do when you give him the good players?
Okay.
He got the best, probably the
We're-
best.
we're
Wanderers
top
team
6.
last season, and he's fucked it up, bro.
Okay, we're top 6, and we're 4 points off third.
Kev, quick question. Has the new manager not inherited the same roster that Kisnorbo found success with? The names you just mentioned, aren't they still there this year? Yeah.
No, not all of them. No.
Well,
Tilio was gone. He just
Tilio's
came back.
McLaren's back. Lecky's there. They've got
just
Tolga
came back. He
Arslan.
just came back.
Yeah.
Nabu was out for 12 months.
Okay.
He's just come back from injury.
McLaren's a different player.
McLaren's also 3-4 years older now than what Snorber had him.
Kisnorbo left last season.
No, it was the season before. He was in French. Fucking he took all of that
Wasn't it
amazing
halfway?
side all the way down to the bottom in France.
They're already at the bottom, bro.
Come on,
last thing.
he got sacked after 14 games.
I'm just saying,
relegation.
City are in a better position than they are now, bro.
Comment, because Norba elevated that squad and dominated the A-League, stop the disrespect, and now City are struggling without him because
Elevated.
Elevated.
Elevated. They were winning titles before Snorber
weren't.
even
I'm just reading comment.
walked in.
Anyways,
Did he win a title?
Kev,
for him?
coming back to what I said, so let's assume Rudin's lost the dressing room.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
They never won a title.
Is it
before.
we back the coach,
Yeah.
or we completely just boot out players that don't want to play for him anymore? What's the solution, bro?
You can't boot out 12, 13 players.
Yeah.
It won't work out.
Yeah.
Rudin has to
Oh,
go.
we can, Damo. We've done it multiple years. I think we can do it again.
I mean, we won't resolve anything that way. But
People keep saying, look at Wellington. Ordinary squad, top of the
Fantastic,
league.
Italiano.
And we said here from the beginning,
Yeah,
Well, you guys said it, and I just went along with you guys, and then we said they're going to be dead last. They're fucking top of the ladder, running away. No one's even looking at them. They're just going on their.
So I want to know. I want to know out of the three of you and anyone who's watching right now, who knew about Italiano before he took over Wellington?
I came here. I came here when we were versing him. I introduced a bit about him and where he's come from. But Kev, the
So
question.
did you have him lined up for the Wanderers job?
No,
No, I didn't.
Well,
way.
But the question I have now is, and I was hoping that I could say this with Rudin in, if he can achieve that with an ordinary team, what would he do with the backing, financial backing? That's the question now he raises. So
same thing,
I
really.
can't say that about Rudin because he had talent last year.
Hang on. He's
but
got
it's talent.
Costa Barbarouses
Western United
there.
and
He's got
Wellington.
Oscar
You
Zavada.
can't even pronounce his name.
Listen,
But he's their striker, dude. He's
But if you
scoring
bring him to our
goals.
club, you would say, who the fuck is this guy? He's never scored a goal in his life.
Bro, we went and did Wellington a favour 3 years ago. We took Hemed off them, and look what they did. They went
But
and signed
Hammond was doing them.
Barbarouses.
But Hammond was scoring goals.
He scored 10 goals for him.
So what? Got 10 goals.
10
10 goals. He
goals
scored
daily.
2 goals for us.
Do you know an interesting fact about Antonsen? Up
What's
until I can confirm this, up until 3 weeks ago, he was our highest. He was our highest performer in terms of goals and assists combined.
Which concerns me.
But we're now
concerns me
rubbishing the
that-
guy.
Yeah, I'm rubbish. It concerns me that the team playing average and him being elevated by those statistics doesn't mean he's doing a great job. It just means the team's just been shocking, bro.
Okay, and we're sitting in the top 6 comfortably, 3 points.
3 points is
And-
comfortable.
Hang on, and a game in hand.
Yeah.
And we're only 4 points off third. So I don't know. Like I don't know how this ended up being.
Kev, we've won one
written
game out of our last 5.
Okay, cool. So
But you just
all right,
but you-
kick
but-
every coach out
but
that
you just
loses
said-
one
but
and
you just said
wins
before-
1 and 5.
But you just said not long ago that it's going to be a disaster. Now you're saying, it was
Dude, you know in
fine.
those 5 games we copped 4 red cards.
Yeah.
Okay, were they all Ruden's fault?
It was a player's fault as well.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. There's variables that are outside of
Hey,
his
that's
control.
football. Shit happens, bro.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. During this period, shit happens. Let's see what the next 4 games bring.
Ante Milicic.
Right? Let's
Nah.
see what the next 4 games bring, because those 5 games, whilst we said we've won 1 in 5, 4 of them had red cards. One of them was away to Adelaide.
I just want to know. What we do if he's lost the dressing room.
I don't know. I don't know what you do. You get rid of him. Get rid of him and bring in fucking somebody else, and then we'll say the
let's-
same thing 18 months
Let's say
later.
we don't want to fall into that what we've been doing for the last few years,
Yeah.
right? Where there's been a turnover of managers.
Yeah.
I get that. There's no
Yeah.
stability. But what's the solution now if 6 players have knocked on Ledra's office
And
this
they
Monday
said, "Look,
morning
mate,
and
it's
said,
shambles."
listen, we're senior players. You don't see what's happening behind the scenes. We're talking to the boys, the lads.
There is rumours that that's happening anyway.
And then they're not happy with Rudin at the moment. What do you do if you're Ledra? Do you persist?
No, what you've got to start doing is working out, okay, well, if it's true,
Yep.
I don't know how they investigate this culture. I
yeah.
don't know. But you got to start thinking about what's next. Because even if, let's say, for example, even if the players were in the wrong, even if there's too many of them, you can't win
Yeah.
over 18 people.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say we lose another 3 games
Yeah.
straight in a row, right?
Yeah.
And I still come here and I say, Rudin in.
Yeah.
Eventually, that poll will end up being 90% out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you gotta be like, hat off. See, I can't defend him any longer.
Yeah, because Kev,
know what I mean?
the concern for me wasn't the personnel.
Yeah.
Right? We absolutely got outplayed, and a lot of we lacked a bit of experience in the back line, and I can say that's due to the recruitment. I don't want to put that on Rudin, but what concerned me was our energy levels in that first 15 minutes.
Yeah, but
bro.
sometimes that's players, dude. Sometimes just
Okay,
players.
but if your players don't come out fired up, does that not reflect on the coach?
What is he going to do after 10 minutes? It's too late. He can't go, hey, but let's pause, time out, NFL, everyone get along.
Yeah,
with
actually
it.
raises a
I'm
good
saying
point.
that should have been done before kickoff.
But maybe it was. They go out there with a lack of
Okay,
energy,
that's
man.
why it concerns me because I'm 100% can guarantee you that Rude has done an amazing pep talk,
Yeah,
has
that's what I'm
prepared him in the best way they could have been
For
prepared.
fuck's sake, if they weren't ready after Malta's fucking thing last week.
So that's what my concern is because I'm sure
Clearly they
Ruden's done what he had to. He said what he had to. He gave the exact instructions that he had to.
And you're saying it had
believe
no
he
effect
fulfilled-
and they walked out.
I
That's on the
believe
players.
he fulfilled his role as a manager in what he had to do. And for them to come out and perform like that concerns me because I can assure you Ruden would have fucking gave him that pep talk,
Yeah.
dropping the F-bomb every second word,
Yeah.
and
So
for
that's
them
on
to
the
come
player.
out and play like that only shows me that he's lost the dressing room.
Just encourage us to move on a
Possibly.
little bit.
It's
I believe he's
it's
lost the
either two
dressing room.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
It's either lost dressing room or that's on the players.
Let's just
It's
try and
one of them.
encourage so we can move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
But a
That's a
little
good
bit
point,
of
boss.
tongue in cheek. Letter if you're watching, the four of us will take over for the rest of the season.
Bro,
Far out, I
Listen,
would. Honestly,
I'm ready.
Honestly,
Banana,
I'm ready.
give us a bucket.
Seklina, number
Sit
10.
on.
Bucket.
Give me an esky to
Hey,
sit
there's
on.
a photo of Banana near the bench.
Yeah, there is.
See me?
Oh, be careful what you say. Yeah.
But like again, agree to like everyone's got their own opinion.
I
It's all
respect it,
good.
Kev. I
It's all
respect
good.
it. And there's 50% of our fans that think he should stay.
Yep.
And I respect that as well.
Yeah,
but I've got
yeah.
questions around why we're still supporting him. And that's why I've been asking you questions because I want to understand.
I just don't
And-
think we're ready for somebody else.
Yep.
I'm still stuck on that. I still can't see any more. I just don't see any play. I just don't see any. I don't know I don't know what formation or tactics you're seeing. I don't see it.
I'm seeing playing in between the lines. I'm seeing
I-
playing through.
I don't- I
obviously
don't-
going out wide, coming back. We want to hold on to the ball.
I don't see it.
I don't see playing. I think this game exposed that we're a team of individuals, where teams like Sydney are a cohesive unit. I think we rely on individual brilliance, as whatever the guy would say. I think we rely on Milanovic at certain moments. I think we rely on Brook at certain moments. But I can't remember, and I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong, but I can't remember a team build-up goal. I think it's like Milanovic taking a man on, doing something wonderful. That's my personal opinion. Yep.
All I can say is we're in shambles, bro.
Big shambles.
Big shambles.
And it's a good thing that these cunts exposed us because we done the same thing to them. And
that brought change.
Brought change.
It brought change for them.
Hopefully they done us a
This
favour
year,
like we done them a
last
favour.
year. The change didn't happen until this year, but even though we slapped them 4-0 last year.
But it was happening. It was happening.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't want to change because of that what's his name, Garlic kid fucking threw out
Bimby.
the old my mental state. I won't be in the best state if you sack me now, but eventually they sacked him. And they brought in
They're brought in the right man, bro.
the right man, which
And
Yeah.
he's from the West, yeah?
Yep.
He played at Coney. He's a Westie
Yep.
boy. Rude's not even a Westie boy, bro. Pretends like he is. He was raised in Rockdale, bro. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gets it. Sydney.
he gets. Does he get it? But Ruden,
Well, the
I
way
mean,
he talks, yeah, he makes
yeah,
me believe.
I could talk to you like that. You
Yeah, I
could
know,
talk
I
as
know,
well.
I know.
yeah,
But
they
you can't bullshit.
put up
It's his background.
They put up all these promo videos. All right, fantastic. Jesus up on a Tuesday night. Excellent. Everyone buys their tickets. Yeah. I don't want to see your promo videos, bro. I don't want to see your dressing room talk. Yeah. Come out and show me that on the field. Show me your energy. I can accept being outplayed. I can accept versing a team that's technically better and has a better roster, Kev. I can accept that. Yeah.
I accept a loss from the
What I
weekend.
can't accept is a team that's running harder than us, running more than us, right? That's what I can't. It's the effort levels, right? And there's a quote he wrote on the whiteboard. I remember. Yeah, quality with the ball, attitude without the ball, right? Attitude, right? He
Maybe you're
emphasized.
right, dude.
I'm not saying the attitude.
No, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe he's lost the dressing room, and they're like, "Fuck this! We're gonna go out there and."
Bro, I
Send
can
a message of our
I
own.
can sit down and accept a team has recruited better than us, has better talent. I can accept all that, bro. I can accept not winning a game. I can accept not getting a point from a game. I cannot accept that energy in that first 15 minutes in a home derby, bro.
From
For me,
over
that's inexcusable,
it
bro. You cannot come out like that, right? You cannot.
I agree.
bro.
I agree.
Bro,
with that.
anyone
I agree
can come
with
up and say the right things. I'm over the talking. I'm over absolutely everything. We just want to win.
We don't even want to
stop,
see
bro.
those promo videos
stop.
anymore, brother. We don't want to see it.
I just want wins.
I
bro.
said
I'm
this a
done.
long time ago about these.
It was nice at the start.
About these stupid little promo, these West this, West
No, it
that.
was nice to hear.
Fuck off! I've had a fucking.
I've had enough
bro.
now too.
I'll get fucked. I'll never forget that time when Robinson came, and there was that first home game we played, and I remember the players huddling up, and I remember Miggs was sitting next to me. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful? A false huddle. False huddle. And we ended up losing
We've had
anyway.
a lot of false dawns.
So
Hollywood,
that's where,
bro. That's what it's looking like. We're looking like Hollywood at the moment.
That's the rooting in, rooting out segment of the show.
Yeah.
that's
It's, we're looking like a.
Where are we moving on
about
to
it.
now? Because you got a whole fucking list there.
Let's talk about it.
Let's
What
go
are we
into
talking
it.
The
game?
elephant in the room.
Do you want to talk about the game, then
Hey,
finish with
listen,
the
I'm not that
policing?
bad, am I? I'm not that bad, you know.
Talk about the game. I'll show the highlights if you just want to
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
go
it,
through the
talk about
game. Let's get the game out of the way, right? And then let's finish off with the issues with the policing, bro.
it. All right, I need to go pee.
What?
Go talk.
You didn't get paid.
Talk about the game.
Go talk about the game.
Talk about the game. Rip up the first goal.
First goal, fuck
Whip
it,
it out.
straight out of the trading paddock, yeah?
Yeah, it was a corner.
Straight out of the trading
You
paddock.
guys are talking.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
Ryan Grant scored it out of it, all people.
Yes, I was absolutely baffled. Not baffled. I was actually surprised and shocked at the smallest guy on the field. The
Outbeats
rugrat.
Marcelo
The
to that ball.
rugrat just jumped on. He's jumped, out-muscled everyone and got a fucking crack of a fucking header on it.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, it was-
no doubt about it. It was a fucking wonderful fucking goal.
I think he was unmarked, and then by the time he connected with it, the only person close to him was Marcelo. There was nobody
Everyone
else
was
near
just
him.
ball watching. Everyone just froze and said, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Fuck.
That is
You-
that is
Come out of nowhere, the little shit.
textbook Ufuk Talay, bro.
Coaching though, you would call that a set piece, right?
Absolutely.
You would. So we
Well
concede
worked
off.
set piece.
We concede off a set piece.
Yeah.
Then we get fucking the handball. Which is a
Handball's a handball.
I can accept the
Right?
handball,
Handball.
Kev.
Okay.
That's just bad luck. I can accept that.
Okay, so then you're 2-0 down from 2 set pieces.
Yeah, but the first goal shouldn't have happened.
No. So you're defending a set piece. I understand.
I can accept the penalty. I can accept
Yeah.
going 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Right? I can't accept that first goal. Right? For me, that's ball watching.
Yeah.
That's lack of focus, lack of concentration. All right?
Yeah.
And Ryan Grant's not the
But that's
tallest.
on the players, man.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's on the players.
That's what I'm saying. Why haven't they come out with higher energy, with higher concentration levels, Kev? Right? Because I'm sure Ruden's done his part. And for to not see that reflected on the field, that's what concerns me. We keep
Yeah.
playing the players excellent. So there's a disconnect somewhere because I've got a motivated coach who's probably did their part, his part, but the players are not reflecting that.
Yep.
So there's a disconnect there for me that worries me, Kev.
We're on the third goal. We robbed Mac. Obviously, we're going for the penalty.
Playing out from the back.
Playing out for the back again.
Oh, Beadling. That was a shocker from Beadling. but
I don't get
50-50,
I don't give a
pretty
fuck. This is
Just
the,
stupid ball.
This is the stupid shit where they were just waiting, pretty much like the Mariners waited for us to make a mistake and pounce on it, and they just knew they were doing. They go, you know what? Give these fuckwits the ball. They're gonna fuck it up
I
anyway.
thought the third goal was comical. Like Josh the fourth.
So Beadling, hang on, but Beadling came on for Bonitig, right?
Yeah.
Is that because Bonitig kept what's her name on side?
No idea.
Possibly.
But this
For the
was-
third goal.
This was what he missed. He miscontrolled the ball and tried to tackle it for the third goal. I'm talking about. Miscontrolled the ball, went in for a tackle, and it's obviously bounced off. Done a pro clubs on it, and just gone straight to the attacker, and then obviously he's going to put it in the old onion bag.
Yeah, but that's because. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you're
that's
saying.
what happened. But,
But
now
I'm
go-
pretty sure
go-
Bonitig kept him on side.
Bonitic was off. They pulled Bonitic off. Bonitic came off.
This is for the
Beatling.
Robert Mac. It was the Robert.
For Beatling.
Okay, so there was I thought the third goal. Is this the third goal?
This is the fourth.
That's the fourth goal. I thought the third.
see it, bro.
Oh, I'm watching this. And
Fourth goal.
I didn't want to see
That is. There you go. Play your ball at the fucking back. There you go. If you haven't learned by now not to play at the fucking back, I don't know what the. Just because there's a team overseas that doesn't mean you can do it, brother. Doesn't mean you can do it.
What do you prefer? Send it long?
Yeah, I prefer just get a fucking. I prefer have the ball in their half instead of my half. That's what I prefer.
I get it, but you never see the ball. Then
What do you mean?
we're not that team to win the ball back.
Yeah, but keep the ball, but keep it in their half. Don't keep it in front
Yeah,
of my
but-
goal.
but
Don't keep it in front of my goal.
I know to an extent I agree, but what I'm saying is when you send the ball long,
Yeah.
which was always my criticism of Margush because he doesn't have the passing game that I think Thomas has.
Yeah.
So when you send it long, we don't have the height, we don't have the players that can hold up the ball in their half. So we give the ball back straight
I don't
away.
care what we
And
have,
we don't
Kev.
have that team to win
Kev,
that ball back.
I don't care what we have. I just do not want to see our fucking players playing the ball at the back because look what happened.
we can't start from the middle. You have to start
But
from.
you can stay away from the wings and work your way
I'm
up.
a coach.
bro.
You're a coach, right? If I don't have the players to play a certain way, I won't play that system. I won't. If I don't have,
So you can't play long and you can't play short. What are you
So
gonna play?
I'm trying to get my 6 and 8 to drop into receive, bro. I don't want
But I think
fullbacks.
I think Hendricks does that a lot.
So are you saying Ufuk Talay did his homework here?
Fucking,
to shut down options?
he fucked us sideways. I'm telling you.
But you're saying we played our best ever game in the last 10 years. That's what I'm not making sense of.
You have your one-offs, boss. You have your one-offs.
Yeah.
Right? What happened on Saturday was a masterclass from Ufuk Talay. Nobody can fucking take that away from him. He knew exactly how we we're going to play, and I believe he pressed us to the fucking shithouse where we created mistakes at the back. But there's been a lot of games where for us to... This is how I believe we're playing. This is my belief. To play out the back.
Yep.
To get into that second channel where you get the ball from a Hendricks to a Badalado. So you get behind that middle line of defense.
Yep.
To then break and go on sort of like a counter-attack. In order to do that, you have to bring or attract the opposition into your half.
Yep.
So you've got to play around with that at the back, get them into your half, play through the line, so then it's almost like you're then 4v4 versus the back line, and you go hard. That's how I believe we play. But in order to do that, you got to fuck around like this. But if you don't have the players like Banana's saying, you shouldn't be doing it. That's why with Lawrence Thomas, I don't know if you notice, but when he gets the ball, majority of his ball when he plays it out next is the loop over to Simmons and the loop over to Clisby. He doesn't play it back into those two centre backs or with Hendricks dropping in.
Okay.
But now Rudin won't play Thomas for some reason, and it's not because of injury.
There's something there.
There's something going on.
Okay.
He won't play him. So we're fucking stuck
Right,
with
I'll give you
Margush.
a little quick tip on fucking what we saw because we were at the stadium.
Sorry?
Sorry, mate.
Like for 8.5 minutes?
Yeah.
No, but I was
Tuesday.
there till the end, wasn't he?
Rudin, no, not Rudin.
Oh, you know what? You
Thomas
came out-
was 70% at 70%.
Yeah.
Banana, you
And
came
then he was
out.
at 1%, meaning his injury was gone. So where the fuck was he?
Banana, you
that's
came
what I'm
out.
saying.
You came out
Shout
to
out,
us.
Diggs.
You came out to us and said, Lawrence
Ask me how
Thomas
I know.
Lawrence Thomas is starting.
Well, fucking from what we saw on the iPad, mate.
So something's happened.
He's starting.
So something's happened between.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
So something's happened between what night? From Friday, the night before the game, till kickoff. Something's happened in that time.
Sometimes.
Yeah, where Lawrence Thomas went from starting 11 to not playing.
Yeah, something's happened. Something's gone down.
So
Maybe he's rolled his ankle.
Bruh,
again.
they're not. They don't like each other. Something's happened. He went on Socceroos duty, sat on the bench, pissed somebody off, came back. Fuck you. You went. Sit on the bench.
do you think
That's
that
not his fault that he went. He got picked.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm like,
could Rudin was Rudin expecting Thomas to knock
turn it
back
down.
Socceroos and
bruh,
say,
honestly, would you turn it down? I wouldn't
Oh,
turn it down.
No way.
I wouldn't.
Not for a Socceroos berth.
It's hard, bro, because
Or
you're
if you're playing for Turkey, would you turn it down?
Fuck no.
no.
Come on, bro.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, because it could potentially shut the door for any possible.
Absolutely.
But I get Rudin's frustrations where you're more important to us on the field than sitting on the bench for soccer.
I get
know
that,
it's
but
better when
dude,
Bananas on
you're
the second
playing.
ciggy.
You're playing for your country, bro. Go.
Okay,
Go.
great. Okay,
Yeah.
and so you've got a manager who's got the shits about that.
If we're just hypothetical,
But it's looking like it because that's where the issue started.
Hypothetical.
So does that not reflect poorly on Rudin for using that as a grudge?
yeah, I just think part of it is going to be frustration because his backup keeper fucking did his ACL. Yeah, his whole
That-
plan.
For me, that just shows Rudin's stubbornness, right? To send if it's true, right? And I apologize if it's not.
But he would know. He knew about it. Hence why he kept Margush around.
Okay, so
Because he's like, all right, Gibson will be my first, Margush will be my second.
so
And
if
at least I've
Rudin,
got a backup. And then Margush does his knee.
if Lawrence Thomas returns fully healthy, let's say he got a knock 1-2 games out, right?
Yeah.
If he's fully fit right now,
Yeah.
and Rudin is still hanging on to the frustrations of losing him to the Socceroos, right?
That's just poor form.
That's petty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's poor
That's
form.
petty. That's what it's looking
If
like.
he's at the time, have your say.
Yep, absolutely.
Like fuck.
yeah, bro,
Yeah.
like fuck, you're more important to us than the bench.
But this could be Thomas now acting out. It could be either. It could be either way. Could be
If Lawrence Thomas doesn't start next game, something's going on, bro.
It
Simple
Right.
as that.
It could be nothing.
If he doesn't start next game, bro.
Now,
He might not be fit for all we
throw
know, I
fuel
don't
on
know,
the
bro.
fire. There's
I don't know. We did go through the iPad, check all their fitness
That's
levels.
It wasn't flagged. All righty, we've gone for 58 minutes. Go talk about it, boys.
we don't want to talk about Zapsud's goal and
Sapsford. Oh, Malta's been calling Sapsford to come on when Anderson was fit. Nah. Bro, he's the best player on the field. I don't know. I didn't watch the game, to be honest. It is what it is.
to be honest, I enjoyed his celebration. We're 4-1 down and he's running around the park.
Fucking oath, bro. Hey,
go.
listen.
Good on him.
Sapsov came on. He showed more balls in the 20 minutes than the whole fucking team did the whole game.
Yeah, including our supposed front three of Borello and
where our front
Milanovic.
three were. Some of the balls that were getting played from the back to the front.
Oh shit.
Poor fucking, what's his name? Borello was running around like a headless fucking chook up front. When you get the ball, he was running towards the sideline. I don't know what was going on. I don't know where your tactics came from, but Kev.
Players need to come out and say sorry.
Sorry, mate. That's what they need to go.
Brother, you.
Samson wasn't the best, most dangerous player. A lot of people saying
He was
Samson.
running his ass off.
I love that clip.
You gotta put him somewhere. Man. You gotta put him
It's
somewhere.
fucking viral,
Put him
bro.
somewhere.
The local chef become viral, bro.
Alrighty,
All right, want to talk about it?
let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
Let's,
talk about
oh, wait,
Malte,
wait.
you going to Turkey?
Still going to make excuses for Milanovic, Borello, Hendrick, Simmons, and Brook for being inconsistent, not turning up because they're fan favourites. No, I'm over excuses.
Don't
I'm over
worry.
excuses, bro.
Sorted them out after.
Let's go into everyone obviously on Saturday night seeing the active away bay cleared out very quickly.
Not away, bay.
Sorry, home bay.
Home
The active area was cleared out very, very quickly, and people obviously had a lot of questions. The RBB came out with a statement today, kind of explaining the reasons behind it. Malte, you've got some notes there.
I'm not going to start. You boys start. I'm just going to feel the vibe.
We'll give you a segment next.
I will just start with. I just want everyone to put themselves in the situation that a lot of the RBB members were in. Right, you've spent 4 days, 5 days of not seeing your family, right, in some random warehouse, till midnight, right. A lot of funds was gone into the paint, the material, and all that. That's not cheap, right? Just getting the material, the paint, the hours, all right. You've spent hours on end on your knees, right, painting a banner to support the boys. Whether that was whether that made a difference on the field or not, that's irrelevant at the moment, right? The display went up, amazing. The league's never seen anything like that. These fans who've busted their asses for a whole week now return to their bay.
Before you get to that point.
Yep.
So go back one step.
Yep.
So it goes up.
Okay, up. And how we went up was certain members of the RBB were allocated.
Yep, around the stadium.
Were allocated around the stadium. It was very well planned.
To drop the
Tifo.
Tifo.
Right, where it overhangs from the top tier to the bottom tier. So it was.
Apparently, but
We'll get to that, bro. We'll get to that.
Okay, so before they return, I just want to add something in there because this is part of my frustration. A lot of people would have seen me on social media going back and forth with people.
Yep.
My frustration in part of a lot of the comments or back and forth.
Yep.
Everyone in that stadium stood there and appreciated that fucking
100%. 100%.
Everybody looked at it and went, "Wow, what a scene!" The place was fucking rocking.
It was as close
Rocking
to
for
a
about 5
European atmosphere as you're
The
ever
only
going to get.
person that would have hated would have been a Sydney FC fan.
Absolutely.
Right, because but in admiration.
Admiration.
Okay.
Kev, we've got comments from Sydney fans applauding the efforts and the Tifo itself.
Okay.
All right.
So everyone's appreciated it. Everyone's
happy.
loved it.
Yep.
Tick for whoever organised it.
Absolutely.
Executed it.
Planned it. And
Worked on it.
Kev, you got to understand the detailing that needs to go into a message banner like that. You got to make sure every letter is measured perfectly.
Yes,
So it's well balanced.
Symmetrical,
it looks
everything.
symmetrical. It's not just free-handed, right? There's a
Yeah.
lot of planning that needs to go into that message banner.
So before anyone goes because this is where I want to put some context around what we're about to go into.
Yep.
Imagine all that. Everyone loved it.
Loved it. A-Leagues, the A-League, the official A-League social media,
Everyone
posted it up within 5 minutes on their page,
Right.
And it was, and mind you, there's streamers that went out as well.
Okay.
That had to be spread out all around the stadium. So that was a huge effort.
So I just want to understand, and I'll let you guys go on with it, but just put some context around why I'm going to get angry.
Yep.
Is I want to understand how anyone, and I'm looking directly into the camera, I want to understand how anyone has the fucking balls to talk shit about those people after that. Because you all appreciated it for those fucking 5 minutes it was up. That's what has irked me since Saturday night. I don't care what, we're about to go into what happened afterwards. I don't understand how anyone has the balls to talk shit about those people that put all that effort in. Go talk.
There's no grounds for any criticism.
Because there's a lot of criticism, and it's not fair. It is not fucking fair.
Those fans who were allocated around the stadium after the display decide to obviously resume their normal activities on a game day game, right?
This was agreed by security first.
Security.
So the Tifo was approved.
Yep.
And it was agreed by with stadium security.
Yep.
That those boys around the stadium.
Yep.
Can return to the RBB.
Fantastic.
So it was agreed by security and it was agreed by police.
And as let me emphasize that something like this, something at this magnitude, cannot just be a random display where it's just decided on the day. It has to be planned to the absolute T, bro. All right. So everything was the process was ticked off with stadium management, with police. Everything was all done correctly. All right. These members of the RBB, after the display, want to now return to their active bays and continue their show of support in their normal seats, Banana,
Well,
where they are every
pretty
week.
much after display, packed that up, wrapped that up, everything, went to go and pack it all up, send it back down where it was meant to go, and obviously go back to their spots.
Yep. That's when the issue arose, right? At the arrival of the entry to the active area, right, they were met with, mate, I've seen it with my own eyes, well over 50,
If not more, bro.
if not more, and I'm not even exaggerating, between 50 to 70 riot squad raptors. They're not just your average cop. They are riot police, right? Specifically trained, specifically on the payroll of a riot police who is prepared for escalations of a riot, right? So these guys are the ones that come out to your protests, the ones that come out to if there's your Cronulla riots, right? If there's any, bikey incidents and stuff, these are the guys that go and handle them, right? They're all juiced up. From my understanding, this is a task force that doesn't even get drug tested, that spend 8 hours a day in the gym, okay? Specifically built and created, to handle riots, all right? And a breakout of tensions. Okay, so these members arrive at the bay, met with this task force, right, who refused them entry into what they do every week, and that is to support their team. Refused entry, and when they were met with backlash from our fans, from our members, they were pounced on. Right, and I heard this from one of the officers myself, reporting to one of the superintendents there. His exact words were, "We just started grabbing anyone we could." In this was young teenagers, young kids, as young as 13, 14. I've got proof of that we'll bring up, maybe not yet Malta, okay? And they probably arrested between 20 to 30 of these members who wanted to return to their seats, as they do every week, and support their team. Once word of this got out, well, it didn't have to get out because everyone could hear what's going on. Everyone can see there was chaos outside the bay, right? And we've seen 20, 30 boys get arrested, get taken away. Yeah. The only decision that could have been made there to show solidarity to those members who busted their ass for a week to build that fucking tifo that every person in this country, every football fan in this country loved seeing on their screens, the only option that was left was to show solidarity and to leave with them as well.
Not just solidarity, but for their own security, because that place got hostile quick, and anyone who was left back, whoever, because I was watching it go down, anyone who was left and that was wearing some sort of black or red or whatever in the active area was being targeted. When I say targeted, grabbed, forcefully grabbed without
from what
any
I saw,
discussion.
From when I came back around from coming back from the other side, I've literally come around and I've walked into I've walked into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Right in front of me. Cunts on the floor. Guys just being randomly grabbed, bro. Just thrown out, tossed to the fucking floor. I don't know how they didn't knock out cunts, just tossing them to the floor. I don't know. They were the young kids being pounced on. 6 guys on one little kid, on a teenager.
One of those kids.
Do you want me to show it, boss?
Let me explain the story. I'm a soccer coach. I do my coaching in the West at the moment, and I've pushed a lot of our young kids to go to the games, right? To go to something that they enjoy, not only to benefit our club, but to benefit the sport in Australia. A lot of the parents allow their kids that are at the age of 14 to 16 to 17 to attend these games because they know their coach or a coach like me will be there, and I'll do my best to look after them. So as I'm walking out to see what's happening, the same kids that I was coaching on Wednesday night, at the age of 17, as young as 14, had 6 coppers on them. Now at that time, obviously, I see red. But I'm old enough and I'm wise enough from my experiences with the police that showing any form of aggression will not help the situation. So I approached one of the officers. He said, mate, if you take another step past this line, we will be tackling you. So I said, listen, I just want to exit the stadium at this stage. He said, go around. So I went around, I exited the stadium. I seen one of the kids from our youth team there. He said they've taken away 3 of the boys that I know. Like, mind you, one's 15, one's 16, and one's 17.
All minors.
They're all crying. And they said they've taken them to a room on the other side of the stadium. I said, take me there. Malta, you were there as well. So I've walked to the room. I've knocked on the door. I said, I'm the legal guardian. A big officer opened the door, right? Undercover police who was wearing a white T-shirt. He had the New South Wales police badge on here. He opened the door. I said, I'm the legal guardian of 2 or 3 of the boys who are underage that you are questioning in there. I want to be present. You know what he did to me? He palmed me to my chin, all right, gave me a palm to my chin and slammed the door shut. Now, this group of boys, one of the boys, and I've got his band notice here, not yet Malta, yep. It was his birthday on Friday night. His family wanted to hold a birthday party for him on Saturday night. He told his parents, all I want for my birthday is to go to the Wanderers Derby with my friends. One of them was, let's bring up the band notice, the first one.
I don't know if you can see it, but...
No, I can. I made a big
yeah, wow, look at that. Where am I?
So this is the banning notice of a 17-year-old kid who got jumped on by 6 officers.
See his date of birth there.
Yep. We've blanked out everything. Just, I want you to look at his date of birth. 17 years old.
I don't know where it is.
Yep.
It's in the top corner there.
Top right corner.
I don't know.
Yep.
Probably looking around.
Can you, what's the date of birth there, Malta?
11/9/2006.
11/9/2006 is his date of birth, making him 17 years old. He had 6 officers on him. I contacted him at 1 a.m. and he said I got assaulted by police for just being present around the scuffle that took place. And that matched up with what the officer was saying to one of the officers, or we just was jumping on everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. This kid who had to go to school today is still traumatized by the events. Yeah. Would he ever go to another Wanderers game despite being banned for 12 months? Yeah.
Mate, I think there's bigger issues than that. How's he ever going to respect a authority figure ever again? He's going to be in fear every time somebody fucking talks to him.
He still does not understand what's taken place. How it escalated to where he was, to be thrown in a room with 20 to 30 police there questioning him. Okay? We move on to the next one. A 14-year-old kid, okay, who had his birthday the night before. You'll see it as well. Okay? I specifically trained with this kid for 2 hours on Wednesday night working on his finishing. All right? Quiet kid. Harmless, bro. Couldn't get a word out of him. Happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Got pounced on by 3-4 of these riot squads. The funny thing about this is how shifty these police are. His date of birth, what is it there that they've written down?
1/3/2006.
They've asked him, how old are you? He said, I'm 15 years old. They said, we don't believe you. So on his band notice, They've put the date of birth as what?
To make him
Make him
18.
They made him 3 years older.
They've made him 3 years older on his banning notice. I managed to get his his driver's license. His actual date of birth is the 1st of the 3rd, 2009, which made him 15 years old as of Saturday, bro. As of Friday night, he turned 15. Yeah. You tell me, Banana, how old's your boy?
9.
9. In 4 years' time, yeah, your son getting pounced on by 6 riot squads, bro. Yeah. How would you feel as a father?
Brother, I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
I'd be arrested straight away.
15-year-old kid, mind you, he was 14 the night before, bro. Yeah. To get pounced on by 6 officers is an absolute disgrace. Yeah. It's harassment. It's abuse at the highest level.
And refused a guardian.
A guardian.
Which is
Refused
legal.
A guardian.
Refused.
Refused. I went there in good nature, yeah, with good intentions, to just be present, yeah, to not just calm him down because he's probably fearing for whatever's coming ahead, right? He's never been in a situation like this. To be refused, to be palmed in my face when I went in a polite manner and asked to be present and shut the door on my face is unacceptable, right? A real investigation needs to take place into what happened. I'm sure there's cameras all around that stadium. All right, it's not good enough. Okay, and we want to grow the sport in this country. Okay, we want our kids to come in. We want them to take over. We want to grow the sport. These kids will not go to another soccer game. I promise you. The NRL just started. Round 1 this week. I promise you they'll go to a Parramatta Eels game and say fuck soccer in this country.
All right, my turn.
Okay, your turn. You got a rap sheet
My
there,
turn.
mate.
Now, before I start alluding to what Kev was saying, there was a lot of things on social media saying the RBB must have done this, the RBB did this, the RBB done that, which was
Not
all
the
assumptions. Or the boys, whatever. They said the RBB. It was all assumptions. What I'm about to speak is facts. They're not assumptions. They are facts. If you disagree with what I'm saying, these are facts. All right? So I hope if you understand now. Now, before I explain this, I have not missed one derby, okay, in 12 seasons. I've missed maybe one home game, Wellington at home, in 2006. I've travelled around Australia watching this team. I've gone to Japan. Now, I'm not saying it to pump myself up. I'm saying that I hope my words carry some weight, as with everybody's here. With that said, I can honestly say, and this is facts. This is facts. The riot squad at this game was the worst it has ever been in any entire game. Any game. Full stop, bar none. All right? They are facts. I've never seen the riot squad like this. They lost control of their own actions. They lost control of themselves. To make matters worse, the commanding officer lost control of his own men and women. I know that for a fact. The commanding officer could not control his own riot squad. At one point, he said, and if anyone in the club, just watch me and you'll see it. At one point, the commanding officer said to his people, men and female riot squads, line up here. They did a line. 5 meters away, some other riot squad officer said, line up here. You had 2 lines of riot squad police. They were walking to each other. In the middle, you had a bunch of people. This line pushing the supporters this way. This line pushing the supporters this way. What is going to happen? It was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, can I just add something there? What I've seen?
Yeah.
I've seen something that I've never seen in my life before. Okay? I've seen one officer being held back by 3 other officers. All right? You know, Banana, when you want to bash someone, your mates are holding your back. When you want to hit someone, he was being held back by his own officers trying to stay calm.
That's what I mean, boss. They lost control.
I could not believe what I was seeing.
Bro, I've never seen it. I've never
3
seen
officers holding back one officer who's trying to run at someone.
Now, I've never seen. This is what I mean. I'm stating facts. This is not what I heard. This is what I saw. There's numerous riot squad that lost control. They could not control what they were doing. Full stop. Next thing, like Boz was saying, they falsified documents so they could treat people like adults even though they were kids.
He said he was a typer, but he fucking wrote it down with a pen,
They asked him, where's your driver's license? He goes, I'm 15, I don't have driver's license. We don't believe you. Cool. Now you're 18. Next thing, riot squad officers, like the boss said, juiced up males, were literally pushing like that females in the back and in the chest. These females were just coming out of the bathroom. The riot squad was physically assaulting female supporters. If I do that to anyone or anyone does that to anyone else, they're charged with assault. Simple as that.
Mind you, one of them was reported pregnant.
Exactly.
And was being pushed.
Next thing,
bro.
the police, the riot squad were literally grabbing people by the banana, literally, and swinging them down on the floor. I saw that by myself.
They were getting ragdolled.
Ragdolled. Again, if anyone does that, they're charged with assault. Now, these guys were not provoking. Like I said, they were stuck in the group. They were being ragdolled. It was absolutely ridiculous. And then they caught 6 people jumping on them. Yeah? One of the worst things is they kicked the father out. The father is outside the stadium telling the riot squads, my child is still inside. This child was aged between the 10 and 12 years old. Imagine you being a father outside the stadium telling the riot squad, my kid is inside. You know what the riot squad did? Nothing. They just stood there like this. Imagine what that father was going through. He reacts, he gets arrested. He tries to get in the stadium to see where his son is, he gets arrested and charged. It took members of the public to go find this kid who was missing from 10 to 15 minutes. Then when they found the kid and brought him outside to his father, that's when it went on the radio saying we have a missed kid. It is absolutely ridiculous. Imagine what that father was going through. Next thing, riot squads. After they jumped 6 on one person, they got up, and there's footage of this, they got up laughing, smiling at each other. The riot squad. Mm-hmm. After they just bumped someone 6-0. Bumped 6 people on one person. Outside.
They enjoy it. They enjoy it.
Honestly. Yeah. Outside, a female officer, and I saw this and I heard this, a female officer pushed a person in public.
Women.
Yeah? You know what she did? Turned around to the guy, riot squad, and goes, I just pushed someone. They are bragging about assaulting people.
It's their adrenaline, bro. It's their rush.
One person nearly passed out. It took not riot squad. It took police officers to try to bring this guy together.
I saw that footage.
The guy's out of it. He's completely and utterly out of it. Next thing, it wasn't just people wearing black. This happened to old people wearing jerseys, young people, males, females, kids, adults. It is absolutely ridiculous. One of the worst things is the riot squad blocked the exit. They blocked the exit. You had 100, 200 people trying to exit the building. The riot squad are there in one line, not allowing people out. Do you know how unsafe that is? How many disasters happen in England where people have been killed? Is that what it's going to take?
That's $1,000 fine.
People get trampled.
Bro, people get trampled. Is that what it's going to take for New South Wales Police to be, or the riot squad to be held accountable to this? It is absolutely ridiculous. You are blocking the exit. You are a safety hazard. This is one of the reasons why I, with the leadership, went down and said, let's move. People were not safe. I'm not exaggerating. People were not safe anymore. We needed to exit. At no point was any riot squad trying to de-escalate the situation. They were there antagonizing people. They were there causing the problems. The amount I saw of riot squad getting in people's head, people's faces, just to get a reaction. It is absolutely utter ridiculous. They lost control. They need to be held accountable. Now, if any footage comes up that shows the RBB doing something wrong, it has been manipulated. Trust me, it has. Because what I saw and what I experienced was nothing but utter abuse of power by the New South Wales Riot Police. It is simple as that.
But even the footage, some of the footage, Monty,
it's a joke,
you can see people just like trying to get out of
like
it,
this,
and they're getting grabbed, fucking
literally, bro. Yeah. And the police, they will come up to you if you stand there and in the way, they just push you. Now, if I push you, banana, what are you gonna do?
I'll fucking smack you with
but
this.
But people are like this and still getting pushed. I'm not saying everyone's innocent in the past, but in this situation, it is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Now people are saying no way compared to Hillsborough, bro. When they are blocking the exit and you have 200 people coming up, what is going to happen when there's kids present? The kids are getting squashed. It is unsafe. It's simple as that. I am not exaggerating the facts. The riot squad were the cause and initiated this whole issue.
Malta,
it is simple as that. It turned me off, bro.
Yeah, it does.
I've never been turned off.
It does.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to get it, but it's ridiculous, bro. No, honestly.
Let me explain something to you, right? These officers, and I know for a fact, because friends in the force, in other departments like the AFP have told me that this force get paid big money to be at these games because they're working overtime.
Yeah.
They're getting paid double time. All right. So you can imagine these coppers being on $100 an hour at a football game, and the people that they need to deal with are mainly under the age of 25. So it's a fairly comfortable job for them. There's no real physical threat. Okay. So it's really, really suitable for them. Okay. Now you tell me, if you get allocated 100 riot squads to a game, to a derby, and that night goes without zero issues, yeah, I don't believe
How do you justify
they
your
can
existence?
justify the funds that have gone into allocating a large task force to that game, right? So my opinion is, I believe, and nothing, no one can tell me that the escalation did not start from the police, right?
It did, bro.
It was completely started from them, and the only explanation I have is they're trying to cause drama to justify their presence so they can keep going back to these games and getting a large fucking pay for that 4 or 5 hours, which is probably it accumulates to 2 days of their normal jobs, right? So
I don't know if it was a target attack.
but it's an agenda.
I don't know if it was a
agenda.
target attack against the leadership of the RBB. I don't know if there was, because why, bro? Why are you refusing people to come in that's been agreed upon?
And they have
Bro, I don't
tickets.
understand.
They've got the season
Dude,
tickets.
forget about ticket. They're already inside the stadium, right? Yeah. So they've gone through the ticket process. They're already inside the stadium.
Burns me, bro.
Right? They're already inside the stadium. But I just want to know, what were 50, 60 riot police
doing?
Worried? No. What were they worried about? That we were going to strangle people with a banner?
The 220 meter.
They're worried about the boys returning on a punch on with their own RBB.
Yeah,
Why are they there, bro? They don't need to be there. There's not been a flare in Parramatta Stadium
I'm telling
for years.
you, Malta, this is
piss
my
off.
frustration. My frustration is, up until the derby, we have not had an incident. Every week we go to the games, we go into our bay, we take our seats, we do our thing, we go home, we do our interviews, no issue.
no issues, brother.
The only denominator that changed this week was the additional security and the cops, right? You remove those people away from that bay, you let the boys put the banner back and return to their seats, nothing happens.
Absolutely nothing.
We have never ever fought amongst ourselves to the point where we need a riot police or that we need NES security. Whenever there's been a disagreement, it's always been resolved by ourselves. We've always had a conversation about it.
And break it up.
Whatever.
Actually right.
Okay,
But,
it does not require 60, 70 riot police throwing people around, endangering everybody. Mate, between my missus and my sister, I didn't know what to fucking do. I didn't know who to go and try and look up. One was towards the bar, the other one was towards the seats. I didn't know who to go and protect and look after. And it was fucking ridiculous. All over a piece of material that's being returned to the bay. And not even a fight. It wasn't even there was Sydney FC fans and the RBB said this and the RB did this and no one did anything. People were trying to return to their seats.
Right, you knew it was going to be a shit fight from the moment you entered.
Yeah, you
from
said that.
from is that Gate C?
Gate C.
Yeah.
You just
Gate
had a
C.
feeling,
As soon as you entered and you saw,
It's a joke, bro.
I
Additional barricades.
know it's a derby. I know there's a lot of people. But you know it's going to be a shit fight when you're trying to get into your bay, when you know normally you could just walk straight in. I don't give a fuck how full it is. You should be able to just walk straight in. And you know it's going to be a shit fight when riot squad are all lined up, extra security are all lined up, and they're checking every ticket one by one. And you're already aggravating people there by doing this because this never happens, you know. There's no need to have them there. I understand that this game and the Melbourne Victory game. And
Patrol the perimeter.
I don't know what
banana.
other game it is that they classify as high. It's a high risk game, but
Patrol the
there's
perimeter,
no
mate.
need to have them there, like in that area. You could have parked them around the corner, lined up around the corner.
Do you know where, Banana? There's those gates on either side of the RBB. There's those gates either side of RBB where you've got to be RBB ticketed member to sort of walk in. Line up there. Make sure no one in blue fucking comes. Make sure no Sydney FC fan comes through those gates. That's all you have to do.
But that's
and
what
do
I'm
the
saying.
same on the other end.
That's what I'm saying.
Otherwise, what the fuck are you there for? What are you there other than to antagonize and create an atmosphere where no one feels safe?
If the riot squad aren't there, nothing happens.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nothing happens.
Every week we go to the games and we walk freely amongst ourselves in that section. Not a problem.
And this is bigger than the RBB because we saw it happen in Macarthur and yesterday we saw it happen in Brisbane. It is a national one. Now, the APL has come out and made a statement. Let's see what happens. The club has come out, and from all reports, they're not doing too bad. But let's see the actual response, bro. Anyone can make a statement. Let's see the response of the club. Let's see the response of the APL. Let's see
You know what's
for
funny,
once
Malta?
if there's a change.
The footage will miraculously be missing.
Oh, 100%.
There will be footage that's missing, bro. I can assure you, because the control room is where they were interviewing these
Kids.
These kids. All right, so they had all access to all the footage, bro. And trust me, bro. As soon as the request came in for footage, it probably went missing, bro.
Yep.
Because
Wasn't
it's
on.
And,
Wasn't on.
and Aussie, we just seen your comment, and I made a similar comment on social media today. Until a fatal incident happens at a game, God forbid, but until that happens, no one's going to look at these fucking
that's what
cops, the riot police specifically, or whatever they are. No one's going to look at them and go, "What the fuck?"
And we're not exaggerating here. And Kevin, get back to you. The bit that hurt the most was that going home and hopping on the West Sydney forums on Facebook and stuff to read the criticism that the RBB copped. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't one on the mega explaining it to the people in the RBB and the band next to me why we were leaving. Please understand that I'm not exaggerating. Like, don't think I'm exaggerating here. The safety of everybody was at risk. I can't say it. I can't explain it. Everyone was getting provoked. Yeah, I'm not going to stand there and risk getting provoked for the most minor thing or anyone, and they lose their job, they lose their livelihood, and that's not exaggeration. At that moment, the best thing was to leave. Go back to the pub where you're not going to get provoked. Go to the sides. And I honestly want to say a massive thank you to the people in the RBB that showed the respect to leave that centre bay free. Because in the past it hasn't been. So I want to honestly say thank you to that. Thank you for the people that were there that understood. And thank you for the people after the game that actually said, you know what, we support it. Because it happened to us. I hope it doesn't happen to you, but there's a chance it could have.
You know what the sad part is? A lot of the boys that copped the 12 months bans are the boys that made that tifo, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
That's a little thank you.
Yeah.
Ironically,
sarcastically, the ones that spent hours on end making that went there the day before to prepare it, right? The ones that sacrificed the first 10-15 minutes of a derby to unpack everything and return to their seats are the ones that copped 12-month bans, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thank you they get from stadium management.
And it's up to the club, APL, to do something about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Malta, you might know a little bit about this. I don't know. It's just an assumption, but I really question the club this week because I sort of tried to break this scenario down as much as I could, and I always think about, okay, we had members around the stadium that needed to return back to their seats after putting a tifo up, pack it up, whatever. Why were they not escorted by club staff back to their seats to avoid all this? Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. I can't speak for them. But the club, it was a 220-meter tifo. It needed to go back somewhere, and it was the efforts of the people that put it together that they should have at least put some club liaisons. You know, when we go away and we have our own security?
Yeah.
Bro, how hard was it to get three or four people?
Honestly, I think the club was very blindsided by the events because in the club's eyes, I think everything was agreed.
Yeah, but you guys are the ones putting on the additional cops, right? Like the club.
The club is, yeah. Oh, the club can't. The club's out of control.
It's a stadium management.
Yeah. It's the police are saying it's high risk game. We need these people on.
3 or 4 club liaisons walk with them and say, hey, these boys are returning to their seats. Let them be.
I've been very critical about the club for certain things. I get the feeling this game, they were completely blindsided by the riot police. The commanding officer lost control. It is simple as that. What's a bit? We've got a massive target on it.
I have a question. If you're someone who doesn't really go to games and went to this derby,
never going again,
right? We're versing Sydney again in 5 weeks' time.
I'm not going.
Yeah, I personally don't even want to go, bro, because I've got too much to lose at this stage in my life, Malta. Right? I've got working with children's licenses. I've got this. I've got my job. I've got a business. I've got too much to lose, right? And to be put into a position where I've got jabbed in my mouth, right, at the age that I am, right, for simply politely asking to be present next to an underage kid that I'm a guardian for, that his parents have told me to look after him, to go through that and to be put in a position where I could have reacted and probably been charged with assaulting a police officer, right? I don't want to put myself in that situation again. So as much as I love this club, till this policing is sorted out, brother, because at the end of the day, I got to think about my well-being and the money and the bread that I bring home. Yeah. And if going to games is gonna
What for?
It's sad, boss. A lot of people agree with you. A lot of people saying, I don't want to get games.
Man, it happened to some of the people on this panel last year.
Yeah.
And at the way, we don't need to go into it, but it's a repeat. It's a repeat offence.
Last not going again.
Last year, people were going through the gate, double security.
Double,
what was it? Remember?
Double security.
You go through the first one, and then you go to the next one and get searched again.
And you know what? Before the derby,
we're not fucking criminals, yeah?
Leading up to it, you're going to be
Long Bay Prison, bro.
Yeah, honestly.
That's what it feel like, Long Bay Prison.
It puts us in such a shit position because right now the RBB is screwed if they do and they're screwed if they don't. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. Look, the RBB is in a tough decision. All I can say is please support them whatever they do because,
support them, bro.
Like someone said, the RBB leader, Capos, did get banned. Okay, we can say that. It's sad. Boss, people agree with you that don't want to get Sydney Derby. It's a tough away, It's a tough one because we're seeing so many young people, we're seeing the future generation come up. It's like you want to be there to help them.
Yep.
But at the same time, like you said, being there, you risk so much. And it's like, I don't want the police to win. I don't want the police to be able to say, boys, like, I don't want to fear going to a game because it makes the police win.
I won't.
But at the same time, what do we do?
I won't personally be
decision,
pushing
bro.
any youth kid to go to our games anymore, bro.
It's tough, man.
I wouldn't. I've been buying tickets for some of the kids, right? Because they don't even have a job, bro. Yeah, and their parents aren't doing well. I personally buy tickets for these kids, and to see them go through what they did, bro, on Saturday night. Yeah, I won't be promoting this game to any new members, any new fans anymore, bro, until this bullshit's sorted out.
And that's what we said. The club and the APL need to do something.
Yeah, if they're gonna promote their game by using our images of our fans. Right.
The club's got to stop doing that.
If you're going to use us as your way to bring in more fans and more money into your pockets, don't fucking use us, bro. Yeah. If you're not going to stand up for us right now during these fragile times, don't fucking use us to put money in your pockets. Don't promote your game by using the fans who are getting harassed, bro. Yeah. 100%. Enough is enough. And it's not just a Wanderers issue. It's becoming a national problem. Yeah? And for some reason, it's happening in soccer in this country, bro. Yeah. What happened Saturday night is not good enough. Yeah, needs to be investigated. All right, and we need to find a solution because we're going backwards right now. This is giving me NSL vibes, bro. Yeah, we don't need that much police at our games, bro. We don't need it.
Yep. Only game where we've had an incident. The only game we've ever had an incident is when the police are there.
That's it, man. That's it.
We have not had this to this extent. Have we ever had a scenario where there's been where we've been policing ourselves in a way? We've never had something like this.
They probably won't be there Friday night. You see, nothing's going to happen.
And to the
fans, for returning a banner, for returning a piece of material, not even there was no instigating.
But Channel 7 said it was unauthorized.
Don't worry about Channel.
And to the fans, and to the fans who criticise the RBB for leaving. Going down 2-0, big fuck you to you. When have we ever left the game going down on the scoreboard, bro? Yeah. When have we left mid-game due to performance? Yeah, a big fuck you. Yeah. And if you're not on board with this, we don't need fucking supporters like you either, bro.
That's the most upsetting part, man. I've spent the last 2 days on forums just going, how do you not support these lads? I wasn't even a part of it. I didn't do anything. Like, I haven't touched the Tifo, nothing. I just look and I go, how do you have the balls to go and talk against the boys and girls or whoever it was that put together the Tifos? Don't even worry about Tifo. Okay, Tifo was okay, that's one. The amount of effort that they go in planning the tour of duty, the amount of effort they go into doing the charity fundraisers and all the money that they've raised over the 10, 12 years in our existence. How do you then turn around and go, oh, they sing for themselves and they do it for themselves? That's the comment that killed me the most. They do it for themselves. Who the fuck? What do they gain out of it? What does someone tell me? What do the boys gain out of it? Not a cent in their pocket. Anxiety from performances of the fucking team, constant harassment. What do they gain? They're doing it for themselves. What, clout? For what? I don't understand. What kind of mentality is this? And then in a dark time, for them to turn around and go against that group of people makes no sense to me. That's when you're supposed to stand together.
Matt Soap kind of hinted it. This has happened once before, I think 2015, whatever, I can't remember. The FA back then failed to act upon it. It put the league in a slump for years, for whatever, how many years, 5 years. The APL needs to learn from this, and the APL not only needs a statement, it needs actions. And if the police say bad luck, you need to somehow work around this. If that means rescinding the stadium bans, that's a start. That's a start because it is
That's
now
the bare minimum,
league-wide.
Malta.
It is league-wide, bro.
Bare
You saw
minimum.
what happened in Brisbane.
Tear these
Kids
bands
being
up.
assaulted.
Let these people back in.
I hope that next week we can come here and say, look, well done to the club, well done to the APL for standing up for supporters. But I don't know. That's wait and see.
Bare minimum should be.
It shouldn't take long. It should take, if they're going to review this stuff that they're saying they're going
By
to review,
Thursday,
it should
Wednesday.
be by Thursday. All these bans lifted and these people back in.
That's it.
Is it in the process?
Yeah.
Malta.
Yeah, it's processed.
So there's communication between.
From what I understand, yeah.
From club, venue, and New
The
South
club's
Wales
trying,
Police.
from what I understand. The club is trying. APL I can't comment about.
Okay.
We're gonna go backwards here.
Now this podcast has gone for an hour and a half.
The people love it.
Do we want to move on to who do we go? Western United.
Western United Friday night, 7:45. Wow.
Where do we start?
I'm not even ready to.
My brain's
Hasn't
not
even-
even,
I haven't
not
thought
even
about it.
there.
I feel like we've played our last game of the season, bro. I feel like it's the off season at the
If
moment.
you're asking why I haven't been that fired up, bro, people are probably wondering, this guy's been quiet most of the time. Let you
been
guys
having
vent.
ciggies and
Because
stuff.
I've already had my vent
Talk to us
after
man.
the game.
Talk to us.
Don't
Drop any names, but talk about maybe the conversations you had with some.
That
of
was
the players.
frustrating, but that was frustrating. After what
With some
you
of the
said,
fans?
after what you said about the story, and then that particular individual, and then I'd already spoken to that particular individual.
Yeah.
That just pisses me off.
They're playing dumb
No,
cards.
just before you go in, a lot of people saying what's happened Friday with the RBB or the stuff. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. I'm not speaking
For the
on
time
behalf.
being, for the
You're just gonna
time
have to
being,
wait
just
and
go
see.
down. Most likely they'll
Just
be
gonna have to
there.
wait and see.
Yeah.
Banana, get it.
Oh, my story.
Talk to us.
I've already vented mine. My one was left on fucking, I'd say probably Sunday afternoon. I've calmed down. Sunday afternoon I've calmed down, but after the game I was red hot. Never mind all the stuff that the police. I understand all that, but then again I still go back and look at the performance on the field, and I was fucking just like probably like most people at the stadium were fucking
Heartbroken, bro.
Heartbroken, were fuming. Like I was fuming. So anyway. Once the game's done, everything, I've parked in the car park, and the car park is chock a block, man. You can't get out. I don't know what was going on. They had the boom gate down. They won't let anyone out. Anyway, so skip past that. All the cars are gone. I'm still standing in the car park thinking, fuming. No, wasn't ready to drive home. Well, probably wasn't in the best mindset to drive home. So I've gone, you know what? I'm going to go over there and see the players. Just going to see the players come out. I want to see.
You had your son with you.
I had my son with me. I go to my son, jump out. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look what's going on. So I've jumped out, gone, walked over there. Wasn't going to do anything. Was not planning on doing anything. Just wanted to go see their reaction to the faces. So I've gone over, saw the players come out. I saw from the corner of my eye, I saw one guy's trying to, I don't know if he was trying to, but that's what it just looked like to me. Trying to kind of like take the back door.
Snake out.
And I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm just not going to mention any names.
Yeah.
And that's kind of caught my attention, and I've gone beeline straight over towards the player. So I've taken a photo. I've told my son, take a photo with the guy. Taken a photo, and I've let loose on this guy. I've let loose. Everyone was there. There was parents, this, that. I've had the biggest spray at this guy. And obviously we've last night we had a word with him, and we
Sorted it out.
sorted it out. He understands my
Had a bit of a kiss made up.
a bit of a kiss and made up, you know. Still, I didn't apologise for what I did. It is what it is. He obviously understands. They obviously understand why I've lost the plot, you know. And hopefully the message got through, because it could have got worse. Could have easily escalated into more people coming down. Yeah, but yeah. So I thought it was just, I was enough going down there. But anyway, that's my story of the night. That's how I ended up coming down. Let it all out.
You were able to get your frustrations out, Banana. The rest of us haven't been able to do that yet, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm so like.
This
that's
is
why
me
I'm
releasing
calm.
frustration.
That's why I'm calm today. That's why I'm not as hot-headed as you guys. So yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't want to single the player out.
People are guessing.
He thought I singled him out. I wasn't singling the player. I was singling the whole fucking thing out.
He just happened to be the one.
He just happier. Just like I told the guy, I just said, mate, you were just the unlucky one I've saw.
And it wasn't because of his individual performance. It was a whole.
Yeah, I said it as a whole. It was
performance.
everything I said. It was as a whole.
Yeah.
and
It wasn't as at the.
he's a
person.
player that has a voice in the dressing room. So obviously your intentions were for him to go and relay the message to the squad that the fans aren't happy, bro. I'm assuming.
Obviously, we weren't happy with the things going on and inside the stadium, on the field as well. So yeah.
Look, there was. I also spoke to some of the players directly after the game. I went down to the Kappa stand. I just explained to them why the RBB wasn't present. So I wanted to make sure that message went out to the dressing room as well. That the walkout wasn't
Due to the performance.
It wasn't due to the performance. It was because of what had happened. So hopefully that message went through to the players because it had nothing to do. We've stood there and copped 5-0 beatings before.
Oh, well, that's what exactly I was just about to say now, Kev. We've taken 5-0 beatings from these bastards, yeah, and we've copped it in the chin. We've copped it in the chin because at that time they were dominant at that time. We weren't in the best, like probably just as we are now. But I still feel that our players, even though we lost 5-0 that time, I still feel our players gave 100%.
Yep.
This time I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that they've just fought. Well, 2-0 down. That's it. They gave up. And the rest was just. Let's just drag out the 90 minutes and go home.
I think, Banana, your story, the importance of your story is this platform that we have, RBTV, right, has allowed us to build relationships with players, with coaches, with the CEO, with everyone that works for the club. And we respect that, and we do see a lot of these players as our friends. But nothing is more important than the club. No one is bigger than the club. And when it comes to criticizing the players that we speak to, we will do it for the club, right? We're not here to glaze these players. We're not here to pat them on the back after a poor performance. That's not what this club's about, all right? We put too much time, effort, money. We put too much resources into this club, yeah, to not have our say when shit hits the fan, bro. Yeah. So, Banana, I just want to say for you, especially a lot of people that hold a podcast like this would probably weigh up the possibility of not having any more players on the show, right? And losing that relationship or damaging that relationship to the point that we can't get players on the show. For you to risk all that, right, for the bigger goal or the higher goal of getting this club in a better position, that needs to be congratulated. We're not here to suck up to players, bro. We're here for the betterment of this club. These players will leave tomorrow. A new player roster will come in. We're still going to be here, right? So when it comes to, last week we came here and praised the group, right? I came here and praised Borrello for his pre-game thing, and Marcelo's effort. We will praise players when they need to be praised, but when you're going to give us a performance like that, yeah, and if that's the return on our effort and energy that we put into this club, that's not good enough, and we'll make sure that our voices are heard, bro, and we'll use this platform. If it means another player or Rudin or anyone from the club doesn't come on this show again, so be it, bro. We'll still be here.
Yeah. It's for accountability.
Yeah. Accountability, bro.
That's what it is. It's not about dragging people down or whatever. It's about accountability. It's about everything you just said, Boz. All the effort that goes into, and not just us and the active fans, but all the fans. Everyone that pays their hard-earned money to go and watch the games, to get a product that we should be proud of, right? And like Saturday it was just a shamble. Regardless of whatever happened in the stands, what happened on the pitch was not acceptable, and they had to hear it. They had to hear it at the end of the day.
I feel like they need sometimes, like, you need it, bro. You just need to get sometimes just the straight fucking, the pure passion from
bro.
Someone.
Passion.
Like, for myself, bro. Like, this club means a lot to me, bro. I love this club, bro.
We do, bro.
I'll do anything, bro. I'll cop a fucking 12 year. I've got how many 12 months ban.
No,
whatever
I
the
copped
fuck
12
it is.
years, brother.
You got 12 years and we're still here, yeah. So I'm not saying, I've said it many times, I don't give a fuck how many games we lose. Yeah, we lose, we get angry, whatever. But it's the effort is what you give on the field that is, I don't mind when you lose. If you give 100% and you lose 5-0, I'll come here and say, yeah, fucking whatever, we lost 5-0, whatever.
But the boys
fucking put in. They were fucking tackling, pushing cunts around. They were giving it a go, bro. But when you go out and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything on the weekend. It was like a slap in the face for everything the boys done during the week. And just to get nothing in return, like no effort. It's a fucking derby, bro. You're playing against your biggest fucking rivals, bro. And to get nothing in return is probably what fired me up in the end, you know, like to go over there. Like I said, my plan wasn't to go over there and, you know, blast any player. But
Your boys actually took photos with the players. Right?
Yeah, they took photos of the players.
So it was more so your son's meeting the players as well. But sometimes that passion, banana, you just can't hold it back. And that's a good thing from what I see. Sometimes that passion.
But I hope it's something they can take on board. It's not I hate you or something. It's I want more. We expect more.
Yeah.
If you can't see that from what I'm yelling at you and telling at you, then I'm sorry, bro. You're not.
It's not personal.
It's not personal.
It's the bigger cause.
You're here at the club, bro. Yeah. You signed. When you sign for the club, I'm guessing you signed with Rooting. You're here for this or for that. 100% you're locked in. For every game, you agreed to this, man. Yeah, it's not just for my club. For any player that gets to any club, you give 100%. I don't give a fuck where you are on the ladder.
It's being a professional, bro.
Be a professional. Respect your club. Yep. Respect your fans. I don't give a fuck if, like I said, any player. I don't give it's a Sydney FC player. Respect your fans. Give 100% to these people, man.
Yep.
Because these people come week in, week out and watch you play.
It's not even about showing a return on the investment that the club's made on you, right? This is bigger than your wages and your salary, bro. Yeah, that's the bare minimum an employee should do for the employer is to give it 100%. Whatever whatever work you do, right? If I'm hired at Woolies, right, I'm expected to go there on time and to do the best I can, right? And put that aside. The amount of weight these players have on our lives, right? I still haven't recovered since Saturday, bro. I spent today all day talking to these youth boys who are still in shock, right? And not just what happened, but the disappointment of fans, right? Our players need to do better, bro. Our players need to do better. They have such a large factor in how we feel in our everyday lives, Banana. Today felt like shit, bro.
I feel like shit going to work. Especially when you got fucking Sydney FC supporters on site.
Yeah, it's fucking shit.
You know what's even the worst, like from everything? It's when you have like a week before when you win, and you get these gutless cunts that come on site. And they go, oh, we won, brother, we won on the weekend, we won. You can tell their wogs by the accent I'm trying to throw in. And then come Monday, what happened to your team, brother? What happened? What happened? What did you switch overnight? What happened with you?
Yeah.
Oh, you gutless fucks, bro.
People who don't follow football. Oh, what happened? We saw the news.
Yeah, we saw the news.
I think to like summarize as well what Boz was saying is that every pod, every home game, every away game, every piece of merchandise, everything that's ever been done has always been for the greater achievement of the club. So it's never ever been about.
This was the aim for this podcast.
Yeah, it's never been about an individual. It's never been about an individual because I'm harping on about it. But what people have said about the RBB, I just can't understand, and I can't condone it. Because anything anyone's ever done has always been so we could be the best football club in the land.
Yep.
Full stop. And if you think there's other agendas out there, I don't know what you're smoking. It's not a cigarette. But it was really frustrating. It was really, really upsetting to see those comments on social media.
Funny enough, even like when I wake up in the morning, take my son to his game, I've gone for the old Instagram. I've popped up along. I think there's a German league in the Bundesliga. Pretty sure it's a team on the bottom of the ladder. Pretty much a similar scenario happened, right? Where a guy's jumped on the field and he's fucking told all the players off on his own, mate.
Well,
when he knows how he feels, like,
passion,
fuck, this guy must have, you know.
Sydney Football TV, you're back.
He's back. Here he is.
seen him for a while.
What's he saying?
Honestly,
he
bro,
supports
even as a
us.
Sydney
Good on
FC,
him.
even as a Sydney FC fan, New South Wales police are horrible, and you guys walking out in protest ruined the
It
atmosphere.
did, man.
That's coming from a Sydney FC podcast, bro.
And before, mate, the atmosphere was crazy.
Anyways,
It was
That is what
insane.
it is.
Western United.
And
Let's go score predictions. I'm over the talk. Sorry, boys.
we lost 4-1.
Yeah, it was score predictions. All right, Kev said 3-0. Yeah, so you got the
you're
score
right,
right.
I just couldn't pick it, but after 5 minutes, yeah, you picked it, bro.
Kev, I was.
Hey, anyway, I'll talk to you guys offline.
When he dropped 3-0, I was dumbfounded, bro. I was like, bro,
sorry, mate.
this guy just came from Adelaide, bro. He should be the most pumped up, bro. And he
no.
dropped 3-0. I couldn't make sense of it.
the chemistry was lacking.
You're spot on.
What is that?
I don't know what these fireworks mean, I don't know.
And you know what?
Is it because we reached new milestone of time?
I apologize. I feel responsible for the loss as well because I didn't drop a joke, bro.
Oh, that's right. Undefeated with the draw.
Did you come with a joke this time?
I can drop one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
George is not here.
Maybe Kev will laugh.
I'll laugh. No, I'll knock it back.
All right, let's go. So there's a lady. She's
Do I have to be legit or do I
a
just
bit legit.
Okay.
So she has to get married. All right.
Yeah.
So she puts up an advertisement on the local newspaper, and she says, "I'm looking for a guy, and I've got 3 conditions. 1, he can't raise his hands. I don't want to be physically abused. Number 2, he can't leave me. And number 3, the sex got to be good. Yeah, sex got to be good." So a couple of days later, her doorbell rings, and she opens the door and she sees a man with no legs and no hands. And she goes, "Oh, how can I help you?" He goes, "Well, I'm here for the advertisement. I heard you're looking for a husband." She goes, "Yeah, I am. Why are you here?" He goes, "Well, I met your criteria." She goes, "What do you mean?" Well, he goes, "I've got no arms, so I can't hit you." He goes, "I've got no legs, so I can't run away and leave you." She goes, "All right." She goes, "But how about the sex?" He goes, "Well, how the fuck do you think I rang your doorbell?"
I'll give you that one.
Before we
We're
cheat
winning
off.
this week.
That's the winning joke, bro.
I got a joke as well. I got a quick joke as well.
Oh, no. Here we go. Blocked.
Oh God, nah, it's all right. It's pretty PG.
Like that one, Walter?
It's pretty PG.
I think George will like
I like this ending of the segment now. You know, of the show.
gotta
Pretty
tune
good.
it up.
Let's have the predictions, but
Shit
yeah.
weekend. All right, yeah, fuck the prediction. Listen to the jokes.
Oh, God.
They're probably terrible, all of them, but yeah, fuck it. Hey, so there's a massive mountain. There's a massive mountain, all right?
Sorry?
Sorry, mate. And there's all the religions.
George said...
George, not funny. Fuck you, George. That's the last time you ever come on this show, George. I don't want to see you again, mate.
So anyway, going back to my one, there's a huge cliff, there's a mountain, there's a cliff. And the religions have gone up, all the respective religions have gone up. And they go, which God, which religion, you know, when you say all your stuff, will God save you if you say all your stuff? So the Christian jumps first and he goes, "No worry, Jesus is going to save me." Religious guy jumps. Religious guy, he's Christian, he's religious, you know, and he goes, "Don't worry, Jesus will save me." So he goes, runs off the cliff, jumps, Jesus. Bah, hits the floor, he dies, bro. Next one comes, it's the not Muslim, but the Indian, the Buddhas, the Indian guy comes in. He runs, jumps off. He goes, Buddha, and he goes down. He goes down like a leaf, down like a leaf, and he lands. And comes the Bosnian guy. Bosnian, Turkish, whatever he is, whatever. But what they believe in, Malta. All right? The Bosnian or the Turkish guy or the Lebanese guy, he comes and he goes, "I'm going to jump off, brother." He jumps off the cliff. And he sees he's coming down. He sees he's coming about to hit the floor. Buddha. He changes the religion. It still dies the cunt, bro. Thinking the Indians are going to save me, bro. He's not going to save you, bro. They're too late.
No, I like Boss better.
Boss
one was better.
No, but in Bosnian, it's funnier, the joke.
People say cut the stream, technical.
That's true. Fuck it.
Cut the stream.
In that saying, I don't know. We got 2 jokes.
I got a pedo joke. No, I'm joking.
No more.
We're gonna-
2 jokes. I guess we're beating Western United.
We're gonna win 3-1.
Winning
All right,
fight.
3-1. What do you reckon? Go quick scores. Kev 3-1.
Yep.
Was
Yep.
2-1 win.
Banana.
5-0.
What?
Win.
Win.
How many?
5-0.
How much? What?
5-0. Fuck it. We're
I'm
going to do it
going
again.
1-0.
We're going to do it again.
1-0. They haven't been too bad for me.
We're going to do it again.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. This podcast has gone for nearly 2 hours, so really, really appreciate it. Massive views. Obviously, if you could give it a like if you're still watching. Really
Malta,
appreciate it.
just let's emphasize the importance of just clicking the like button. Something that takes 1 second, guys, helps us
free.
a lot. It's for free, guys.
Free, yeah? You don't have to pay for
No,
it.
apparently you made Boz look like a comedian.
You know? Fucking hell, there you go. Help you out.
But I had 1 week of fucking disappointment, so you can bounce back next week, bro.
Yeah.
Guys,
work
get
on
one
mine.
chance.
like the potty. Click
It's got to be
the,
a PG. I can't come on with
Oh,
a
God.
fucking
You
expert.
just killed 3 people. Where's a PG?
if you haven't
village is in work.
subscribed,
Only Buddha.
press the subscribe button, guys. We're here every week. We're here for you guys. We don't make nothing out of this, bro. It's straight passion, bro. So the least you can do, just click like and if you can, share and
And I hope
subscribe.
we're a little bit more positive next podcast. I hope. Yeah, it allows
I
us
think
to.
that was
Well, we ended on a positive
Good-
note.
good
with
show.
2 shit jokes.
I think that was a good show, Malta.
Well,
we
a
covered
lot has
everything.
been said. A lot.
That's
has.
good.
Yeah,
If you missed it, if you've come in late, the replay will be on YouTube from the
Yeah.
start. So
Yeah.
Enjoy
you can watch
watching
it
it.
all
Enjoy
in your
watching
car
it.
As
tomorrow.
soon as we end the
hours.
stream, we'll be up.
Free the RBB, bro.
Oh, now we can say it. Free the red and black.
Yeah,
we're
free
back.
the.
We're back.
Let's smell it, asshole.
All right, see you, everyone.
Let's say yes. But one more thing. And